It's time for KOVC Sports.
And welcome everyone here to Valley City, North Dakota. Jerry Edwards with you all day here on 1490 AM, 96.3 FM, KOVC, online at newsdakota.com, and on our YouTube channel, KOVC Live. Well, first game of the season day for Valley City, and it's the same opponent as last time. It is the Velva-Drake-Anamoose-Garrison Aggies. Velva, of course, one of the all-time programs in the smaller schools for North Dakota high school football, winning tons upon tons of state championships. And over Valley City, again, you argue that their toughest two games of the season are going to come their first two games with Velva, and then you have Langdon. So you're going to get a pretty good barometer of where you are in terms of competing with the upper echelon teams. Now, Valley City coming into this season not only with a ton of turnover in the roster, but coming in with a lot of new turnover on the field as well in terms of in the program, new staff, all of that. I got a chance to talk to head coach Chad Smith during yesterday, and we're going to be able to play that interview for you here on our pregame show brought to you by Sanford Health of Valley City. Here for all, here for good. Let's get to that interview with your head coach of the Highliners, Chad Smith. Welcome here, everyone, to our pregame show interview. Jerry Edwards with y'all, and also with me today, your head coach of the Valley City Highliners, head coach Chad Smith. Coach, thanks for joining me today.
Thanks, Jerry. Good to see you.
Now, you're going into your second year here as a coach, but kind of it's also a new year as well. You kind of came into a situation with kind of a decent amount of seniors. Now you only have two seniors on your roster. We'll talk about the roster in a little bit. But this is also a time of change as well. New uniforms and, most importantly, a new turf field. Tell us about that.
Yeah, it's really exciting. I kind of have been telling everyone lately, like, it does feel like a rebrand for Valley City, if that makes sense. Not brand new for everything, but a rebrand for everything that we do. And really cool that Essentia Health stepped up and created the turf for us this summer. You know, when the school got approved and they started doing construction out there, we lost our practice field. And Coach Hunt, our AD at the school, did a really good job with working with Mr. Johnson on how to figure out where we were going to practice, where were things going to go on, and then the partnership showed up with Essentia Health to be able to put in field turf for us, and it looks fantastic. It's amazing. I'm so excited for us to be able to play on this field and show, you know, Valley City what we can look like and how we can continue to perform and grow this program and school in a positive elevation over the years to come.
Now, there's a lot of discussion when it comes to talking about field turf. Now, back in the days when you and me were playing, turf then wasn't what it is now. We were playing on grass concrete, essentially. Field turf is obviously much more improved. It's got the kind of synthetic feel of grass. Is it going to kind of change, like, kind of the main thing is getting that kind of consistency with a turf field that sometimes you don't know you're going to get week to week from a grass field?
I think, yeah, the biggest thing is just how your cleats dig into a turf field versus grass. And it really depends on what the grass is like at the time, right? Early in the season, it's usually soft and growing really well, but then by the time you get to mid-October, early part of November, you play on grass. Usually it's pretty hard surface by then, and it's a little bit harder to dig into it. This will be probably more consistent all the way around the board. With it being brand new, it is soft. There's a lot of the black pellets in there right now, so it's a little, you know, might be a little bit more slippage going on with it right now until that stuff settles, and they say about a month and a half for it to truly settle the way it goes. I actually didn't know there's 4 layers on there. They go sand, rubber, and then they go sand and rubber again too. So it's gone from being like, you know, 2 inches tall grass to now it's about an inch, maybe an inch and a quarter tall off there, and it'll settle and probably get to an inch and a half is what it'll get to. And then, yeah, there's 2 different types of turf. There's sprint turf and there's field turf. VCSU's is sprint turf. It's a little bit thinner of a grass. I think the sourcing and stuff is still the same, and then ours is field turf, where if you went up and looked at it, the blades of grass on it are actually a little bit wider. I don't know the science and technology different between the two of them, but that's what they went with. And, you know, the other thing you hear about turf is the NFL talking about, hey, more injuries have been shown up because they do tend to stop. You have better grip as things settle. I think that's more of a power to speed ratio with the size of athletes in the NFL that you don't get in the high school world, right? When kids try to go stop on a dime, they're not 250 pounds and creating the force into the ground ratio that the NFL guys do. But we're really excited about it. I think it lasts for about 15 to 20 years if you properly take care of itself. Should be a really, really nice service for us for, you know, till, 2050 or so, which would be awesome for us. And we're going to have green all the way through mid-October, and if we start making playoff runs, and hopefully when we're playing at home, we get to play on a nice surface all the way till you try to get to the Fargo Dome.
Yeah, hopefully that does end up happening. Now, before we get to the players, let's go over the coaching staff as well, because you were looking for some coaches, some volunteers to come in as well. Are there any new faces on the staff, and who do we got returning?
Yeah, we replaced 2 coaches that decided to chase other things. Brandon Heck was one that was in town for us. He stepping up his role a little bit more in Parks and Rec and just couldn't give the time commitment for the Highliners, and so he stepped away, and we're under still really good terms, and Brandon will be there probably, I'm sure, on Friday and cheering us on. And then Masala Silo took a job down in Hawaii, so he headed down there. So we refilled those 2 places with Ethan Kastner. He's was a former quarterback at VCSU. He stepped in right in the role and really helped with our quarterbacks right away. It's been awesome for him to be able to give our guys the knowledge of what it's like to be a recent college quarterback, helps them with their footwork, timing, arm angles, and just he can talk the game to them a lot better. He's done a really good job as a young coach, and really excited where he's going. And then we also hired Alex Blanchard. He works here in town at the Liquor Locker. He's the manager there. He's from California originally. This is his first time coaching, but he's really hungry, excited about things. Really done a good job of trying to get into the playbooks and asking us coaches, hey, how do we want to do this? Why do we want to do it? And really encouraged with it where he's at as a coach. He's helping us with our offensive line and a little bit with defensive line to allow me to be able to float a little bit back and forth at practice, which is nice. And then Coach Hunt's back. He'll be our offense coordinator. I will coach the defense again, be the defense coordinator. And then Justin Cruz is back, helping with our DBs in the weight room with Coach Keller as well. And then Aaron Heck is back as always. I think this is year 15 or 16 for him being a Highliner coach, and we're excited for where he's at and continuing growth.
Now let's get to the roster. Last year, a lot of seniors on the team. This year, you got 2 of them. So you kind of view last year as the introduction year, and this is a year where you can start building that foundation with a lot of kids that are going to be back next year.
Yeah, I think truly that's kind of the scenario. That senior class last year was a good senior class for us. They were awesome stewards of the game, trying to learn and listen, but they also heard 3 different voices in their high school career. That's not easy to try to change philosophies and ideas in times. And I think that's where we kind of got our lull in the middle of the season, where we were trying to talk philosophy about, hey, here's how I see 2nd and 7 versus what someone else that they were coaching previously. So we got into a little lull in the middle of the year. Yeah, now it's just two seniors, and we have a lot of young guys that won't have any other voice than ours, and we can continue to do those terminology and things through the junior high ranks and possibly even down to the Thunder rank as we continue to build this thing. And short-term goals, yes, we always want to win ball games, and we're going to do our dangest to be competitive and win football games, and I think we're going to be competitive enough to win some ball games this year too. But it's also about withstanding and building that growth for years to come and making sure we sustain a good foundation for this program and lead Valley City in the years to come.
Now, talking about, you lost your you lost your kind of training field, but that doesn't stop training camp from happening. Who have been some of the players that have been standing out to you over these past few weeks?
Yeah, we didn't have a field turf right away because we just got on it this last Monday. VCSU did a great job of Coach Mack. I appreciate him stepping in and allowing us to be able to practice down at VCSU for fall camp. We worked around their schedule, so we did more of an evening type of a practice camp this year. And so we've been on turf basically all camp, which is good for us to be able to adjust on it and learn on that. Guys that have really been flashing to me on the field is, Owen Hunt is going to continue to grow. Obviously, he got offered by UND this summer. That was awesome for him. He's got a lot of schools talking to him, and he's going to be a target for the next couple of years. He's continuing to grow, and we've got to work with him on where hand placement, foot placement is, and then continued growth and improvement over it. And then also the leadership of him, too. He was a sophomore last year, now he's a junior. His voice carries much more through our program in our locker room now. And, I told him, I was like, to be quite honest, Owen, you're probably going to be the one that's going to get coached the hardest. Because if I can coach you, who is our possibly best athlete and who we look towards, then I can coach everyone. That doesn't mean anyone else is held to a lesser standard than what you are. Hunter Undum and Andrew Sikora are the 2 seniors coming back. I think Andrew is prepared and primed to have a very good senior season. I thought he played very well in the starting strong safety position last year. One of his personal goals that he talked to me is obviously he was an all-region player last year. He'd like to try to be able to be an all-state player is what his personal goal is this year. And I think he's got the tools to do that. I'm excited for him to continue to learn that. He'll play more of an off-the-ball tight end, physical, at the point man. I know we played him at quarterback against Langdon last year. Mainly, a lot of that was because Hudson wasn't ready yet, and we didn't want to throw him to the Wolves in that game after we lost Thornton in game one. Hunter Undum was the backup linebacker. He was the first sub in after anyone if they had to come out, and he had some, he didn't have any starting position, but he played a lot for us at the will linebacker position. He'll probably be our will again this year as the starter, and he's probably not going to come off the field at all, and he'll be our starting running back, and he runs hard, ran really hard in JV action, and ran really hard in times that he had opportunities to get varsity carries last fall. Other guys that are kind of flashing to me, Ty Cordy played corner last year along with Chase Coughlin. Those two split time last year. Now they're both the two starters at corner. I've seen them play really well. Juniors going to be seniors again next year. Excited to see them continue to get better, which is even better to see it over the next 2 years. Leighton Henderson had a great baseball this summer. He's going to be a key cog for us, what we do offensively, and is a freak athletically wise. And then Hudson's back at quarterback, and he's got to lead this offense and be able to see safety rotations and get the ball out quickly and make the right decisions.
Yeah, let's talk about Hudson for a little bit. He did probably not think he was going to play at all, if any, last year. He was kind of third-string quarterback going in. Reality, probably more second string. But, again, talking about where the situation was with Langdon, not wanting to rush him into things. You had a senior quarterback, and then you had Andrew, who was a junior, and then you had Hudson, who was a sophomore. Now Hudson is a junior, and now the two guys behind him on the depth chart are freshmen. Is Hudson also, along with his responsibility of being the starting quarterback for this team, how's he also kind of being a mentor to the other quarterbacks in that room?
I think Hudson's had a very good fall camp. He was around this summer. He's obviously baseball. Half of our team is baseball players and do a really good job with the Legion program. That's what they finished third in the state, if I remember right. They had a really good Legion season, and it's always tough to split that time between baseball and football in the summertime. It's not easy, and it's something I recognize as a head coach, and Coach Carpenter is working into that as the basketball coach too. That we've got to be delicate with our kids' times during the summer, and when we get the opportunity to work with guys this summer, I think it's been awesome for us. Hudson's done a really good job in camp to continue to grow and mold. I think his arm strength is a little bit better. I think he's got a better understanding of safety rotations, like I said, and understanding where Coach Hunt wants the ball to get on the perimeter right away if we got different reads. I'm excited where that is. He's done a really good job of helping Garrett Govin and Lincoln Berg, who are the two young freshman guys that are going to be our backup quarterbacks. I think Garrett's got a really bright future for us as being 6'1" as a freshman already, and really encouraged to see how he'll play at the JV level for us this year. And he's probably going to get some varsity playing time too. Let's be honest. A lot of these younger freshman guys are probably going to have to play some special teams for us to get our older guys off the field for a break here and there. But Hudson's done a really good job in camp to really separate himself and have more maturity and leadership to the line of scrimmage. And like you said, he was thrown into the Wolves last year, getting to play against Sargent County right away after we lost to Langdon. And he, I don't know if last year he was ready to play football. He didn't come to camp when we started. He actually came in a little bit later, and talking to his dad and talking to him about, hey, we want you to come out and play football. It's a more positive experience than what it's been in the past. And then Jackson gets the injury, and, he's on the roster. And we're like, hey, you're going to be the starter, but I don't know if it's going to be this week, and then let's continue to go forward. And I thought he did an admirable job last year of trying to lead our offense. And I think you see the confidence level in him grew when we got to, the last 2 games of the year when we play Oaks and beat Oaks here, and then played at Northern Cass and played really well at Northern Cass in an ultimate, playoff type of atmosphere ball game that's winner got to go to the playoffs, and I thought he played really well. So it's springboarding off of that and the maturity level of where he's at, and he's going to have another year too. So it's not done yet. The growth is going to continue to happen exponentially throughout the year, I think, too.
Now let's talk about the opponent. It is Velva, and like last year, you can argue your toughest games are your first 2 games. Now, last year in Velva, complete blank slate. They were number 1, number 2 in the state, and they're probably close to that mark again. Last time, it was a defensive slugfest through the first half. It was 0-0, and then Velva got a couple of touchdowns late. Is it still going to be the same kind of, Velva-type team, which is a gritty football team? They play good defense. They're going to make you earn every yard, and they're going to try to wear you down offensively.
Yeah, I think Coach Wilder has done a really good job in Velva over the last, how long he's been there. I don't know if he's been there for a decade, but Velva themselves has won the most state titles out of any team in the state in the past 15 years when you go back and look at it. They're a tough program that has done very well in building their program over the years. It's going to be a challenge for us to be able to go and face them. They did. It looks like in the polls yesterday or last night they came out. They are number 2, and then we get to play defending state champions in Langdon next week, which will be fun. But it's a tough challenge for us. Yes, I'd love to see it turn into be a defensive slugfest again, right? Because I think that helps us be able to play in the game late. We've got to do a good job defensively to be able to stop their quarterback run game. They've always had that for the last couple of years. They're a physical football team. I think they've graduated a little bit at the offensive line, but they brought a lot back with their skill positions. They have, I think, 11 seniors looking back on their roster, and I think they have 9 juniors. So they're an old bunch again. So they're going to be at us, and they're going to be right down our throats early in the game. So yeah, I'd love to see this turn into a defensive struggle and be able to fill each other out for 3 quarters, and then figure out who can break the tipping point somewhere in that middle of third quarter, fourth quarter. That would be the dynamic. Or if we can control early downs and distances with the offense and hold field positions, maybe we get in the position where we can score early and do those things. That was the challenge this year, going back and looking at the tape, is going defensively. We've got to be better on first and second downs to eliminate those yards average. We averaged about 5 yards we gave up on first and second downs, so that gets teams into second and manageable and third and short. That's awfully tough to get off the field when you're in third and short situations. If we can eliminate and manage teams to get down to, hey, only 1 or 2 yard gains on first down, and then we get into second and 7s, third and 5s, then we have a much better chance of getting off the field defensively. And I'd say the same thing offensively is the same thing that's got to happen. We only average about 2.5, 3 yards on first down. We need to bring that average up to about 4.5, 5. So again, then we can get into better second and mediums and third and shorts and create, change field position, but then also that allows you to get points on the board. If you can pick up that first down, a lot of statistics talk about it, your chances of scoring almost jump by 20 to 30%, whereas if you don't pick up the first down, obviously you're punting the ball.
Now let's talk about keys to the game. We got offensive keys to the game, defensive keys to the game. What are the things you're going to be looking to? You're talking about defense, give yourself a chance to get off the field. Anything else you're looking for defensively? And offensively, what's going to be kind of the goals going into this first game against Velva?
Right. I will always say and talk about we have to be a good tackling team, right? That was the number one thing when we go and look at film from last year, is going, hey, we're a very good tackling team. If you go down and break it down, I spent a lot of time counting how many missed tackles we had versus tackles, and we tackled in probably the mid 37 to 38% range last year. That's not good enough. We need to be in the high 40s to low 50s. When I was at NDSU, we did a breakdown of the year that we didn't win the national title over there, and the years that they did, their defensively tackled at a close to a 47 to a 50% rate. The year that we didn't make it, that year that I was there, we tackled at 40%. So you're one game away from being a national championship. There's your different dynamic. Can we stop teams from getting off and moving down the field? So I think that'll be dynamic number one defensively, is can we tackle the football? Can we figure out how to control the run game, whether that's through the running back or power read stuff with the quarterback too? They like doing that. They've done it for many of years. If we can control the run game, then I think we have a good opportunity to let our safeties and DBs, that's honestly where we're probably the oldest, right? Between Cordy, Coughlin, Hendrickson, and Sikora, is that they all played together last year. Then that benefits us, right? If we can figure out to stop the run game and be there defensively. So offensively, again, I think it's really about, can we pick up a first down right away, get some positive feels, and then when we get the opportunities at midfield or on the plus side of the 50, can we turn those into 6 or 8 points or 7 points if we're going to kick a field goal or kick an extra point? Can we turn those into points? Last year we stalled at times, and if you go back and look at Velva, we controlled field position really early till about midway through that second quarter, and their first touchdown was a break in coverage wise. It wasn't they physically beat us or anything. We had a coverage break on a scramble situation. Can we figure out how to do that? Can we now capitalize this year on putting the pressure on them on the plus side of the 50 and then have them make a mistake and we capitalize off it? That'll be the main question that'll happen. And then can we protect Hudson from their senior laden bunch from not getting sacked or getting pressure in his face?
And that was our pregame interview with head coach Chad Smith. Back here in a minute with the rest of your pregame show.
Grotberg Electric believes in quality first, taking pride in the work and standing behind every project they do. They bring together the power, technology, and experience to keep your business online. The success of Grotberg Electric depends on three major ideals: the quality of their products, the commitment to their customers, and most of all, their customer service. Call Grotberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit them online, grotbergelectric.com. Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional, and tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
And welcome back here, everyone, to Hannah Field here in Valley City. Jerry Edwards with you all day here in our Sanford Health of Valley City pregame show. Here for all, here for good. About 6.5 minutes left to go here on our LaRue Lockout Financial Scoreboard before we get ready for all of the pregame festivities. Of course, ribbon cutting going on here at Hannah Field. You got to see part of that if you're watching over on our YouTube channel, KOVC Live. Reminder, all of the home games this year for Valley City going to be broadcasted on our YouTube channel, KOVC Live, including volleyball as well. I want to thank you all for tuning in today. Again, got to thank our sponsors as well. We'll go through them real quick. Rambo going to be bringing you the halftime show, LaRue Lockout Financial Scoreboard. Lever's Food bringing you the open and drive sweepstakes. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Sanford Health of Valley City bringing you the pregame show. We also have Professional Eye Care Centers. We have Grotberg Electric, Central Avenue, Health Mart, CHI Mercy Health of Valley City, Valley Meat Supply, Rambo, and the VCSU Foundation and alumni. So, again, want to thank you all for tuning in for today's broadcast. I'll also have some new sponsors as well. Bridges Bar and Grill, Grand Stay Hotel, Quality Alignment and Break Center, Brighter Day Therapy. Yeah, I believe I got them all, hopefully. Again, we'll run through them one last time in case I did miss any. Well, let's talk about our Levers Opening Drive Sweepstakes. It is back once again thanks to all of our good friends over at Levers Food in Valley City. Highlanders take their opening possession down the field and score. You, or at least the person that we picked that gets picked this week, gets an opportunity to win a Levers Food gift card. Our contestant today is going to be Valerie Holm. Valerie Holm entered in for the opportunity to win this week's Levers gift card if Valley City is able to take the ball down the field and score. Now, if you listen to the pregame interview with head coach Chad Smith, well, it kind of became a bit apparent that there is a mix of unknown, let's say, about this season. Valley City certainly has players coming back. In fact, they returned all of their secondary, which is huge in terms of stopping a passing game. But there's a lot of roster turnover. A lot of seniors were lost last year. A lot of good seniors in there as well. But there is tons of potential on this team. Coin toss was decided a few minutes ago, and it will be Velva that takes the field on offense first. So we'll take a quick look at their starters for the Velva-Drake-Anamoose-Garrison Aggies. Offensive starter starting at quarterback is going to be freshman Peyton Wilder, followed up in the running game by Logan Vincent. Three wide receivers today. It's going to be Brady Hoff, Isaiah Hackman, and Slade Nordstrom. Jordan Mack will be at tight end. The offensive line, Lexton Smith, Jordan Meckley, Eric Olin, Carter Hurt, and Uriah Myers. That's going from left to right. Not a lot of weight on there, but a decent amount of size. No offensive lineman below 6'1" on that offensive line. George Lyman is going to be the center. But, maybe not the overwhelming size that maybe you get in Owen Hunt, who is the biggest player on the field today. He is going to be getting a lot of, let's just say, interest this year. 6'5", 305-pound defensive lineman and offensive line. Look for him to be a presence on that offensive line today. Offensive and defensive line for Valley City. Alexander Russell, along with Cale Van Hal Dietz, making up the left side of the defensive line. On the right side, it'll be the man we just talked about, Owen Hunt, followed up by Amari Ronsberg. Amari Ronsberg, someone I got to talk with head coach Chad Smith about, says that for his size, he is deceptively athletic, and Amari 6'3", 244 pounds. Kind of talked again with Coach Smith about that, talking about, he's raw. That's a big coaching terminology, raw. I always like to use the terminology a lump of clay. You can see there's something there. Like 6'3", 244 doesn't walk through the door every day. It's just about making something work with it. Looking at the cornerbacks today, the starters will be Ty Cordy and Chase Conglin. In the linebacking core will be Hunter Undum, followed up by Christian Modlin, and rounding out the starters on the linebacking core will be Brady Broughton. And safeties today will be Andrew Sikora and Leighton Hendrickson. So those are the starters for both Valley City and the Velva-Drake-Anamoose-Garrison Aggies. Quarterback today for Valley City will be Hudson Krewald. Krewald, somebody that didn't even think he was going to play. He didn't even show up to camp last year because he didn't expect to play. Valley City, of course, was kind of set at the quarterback position. Of course, head coach Chad Smith convinced him to come out, and luckily so, because in this very game last year, opening game against the Aggies, Valley City was in that game. A couple of touchdowns spurred on by a couple of fourth down conversions by the Aggies. Valley City was in that game against a very good team offensively. Wasn't getting much going. Had a few drives that stalled out there, but certainly we're not being overwhelmed in any way, shape, or form. And then just you suffer the injury to your quarterback on the last play of the last drive of your first game, and you're behind the 8 ball already because you know what you got coming down the tracks in Langdon. Now, you were able to kind of almost say you were able to buy your quarterback and Krewald, a little bit of time just to give him an opportunity not to have to go in to face the number one team in the state right away. But as he went on, the season he got more and more confidence under him, and he ended up winning all 3 of Valley City's game. Now, the key here for Krewald, again, get that confidence going early. Got to get the short passing game going early. Got to get, the protection working behind him. Got to make sure that he feels confident and secure in that pocket. So Valley City going in and playing here a very good Velva team. A lot of numbers out for this Velva team. Valley City going to be the smaller team in terms of roster size today, but hopefully Valley City going to be able to find a way to beat a top 5 team here in the Velva-Drake-Anamoose-Garrison Aggies. That has been our pregame show. Back here when it's time for the opening kick here on KOVC.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right.
This week, bag the bargains at Lever's Foods and save on Kemp's ice cream, $2.99. Brew Pub pizza, $5.99. Berea pasta, $1.66. Navel oranges, 3-pound bag. Clementines, 2-pound bag, just $3.99 each. And all-natural bone and center-cut pork loin chops, only $2.69 a pound. Deliveries available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
And welcome back, everyone, to Valley City as we get set for the opening kickoff today between Valley City and the Velva-Drake-Anamoose-Garrison Aggies. If you are watching along over on our YouTube channel, KOVC Live, Velva going to be in the white top with the yellow pants. Valley City coming out in the all-navy attire. Yep, new uniforms today, this year for Valley City, going along with some new turf. It is going to be Amari Ronsberg doing the kicking today. Ronsberg was the primary kickoff man last year for Valley City. Of course, one of the, I would say, things that you don't necessarily think about is when you lose a player like Bryson Heck, yeah, you knew you were losing a great quarterback, but also we're losing a really good kicker as well. So kind of kicking is the biggest variable sometimes in high school football. Ronsberg going to run up, and he hits a low bullet that's going to scud its way on the ground. Roll picked up just past the 15-yard line. Now bouncing to the outside. Big return coming up here for Velva. There at the 40. Cut back down to midfield and into highliner territory is going to be Logan Vincent. Vincent scooped up the ball. Valley City allowed too much room on the outside, and that is going to give Velva a 1st and 10 inside the Valley City 50-yard line. So the Aggies going to come out here for their first offensive possession of the season. And led at quarterback by a freshman, something that you do not see very often. It's going to be Peyton Wilder, the listed starting quarterback today. So Wilder coming out into this pistol formation. One running back in front, the other right to his right hip pocket. And now drops back and is going to hand this one off. Good blocking for the Aggies. They will surge forward. I believe they're just shy of the first down. So Vincent keeps it on the carry, and he is going to pick up about 9 yards. So Vincent able to scoot through for a big gain. So that is the senior running back, 5'11", 185 pounds listed on the roster sheet. First down and 10 as they officially give it to the Aggies. Wilder back here in shotgun. Goes with the handoff again, and a good blocking over to the other side of the field, and that is going to be close to another first down as Vincent found himself in space a couple of times here, and both times he has managed to scoot through for a pretty sizable game. So that'll be 2nd down and 1 coming up. We talked to Chad Smith in that pregame show about how important it was to be able to try to get his guys off the field early and do better in the early stages on 1st and 2nd down. Well, so far, Velva has owned 1st and 2nd down. Another shotgun look here for Wilder. And now he's going to try to keep it, but there is flags down, penalty flags abundant. Usually if it's offsides, it's usually going to be called right away or let go. And they do call the encroachment there. So it is an encroachment on Valley City, so that'll stop the clock here at 10:42. And that was also another thing that necessarily didn't get discussed with head coach Chad Smith, but the penalties last year were plentiful and ill-timed. And, well, 2nd and 1, so you already know your back's against the wall trying to get that stop, but giving it to him on a freebie is never ideal. So another first down here for the Aggies after the monster return. And the ball right at the Valley City 25. Turn around and another handoff right up the middle. And he's bouncing off one tackler, bounces off another. Vincent finally brought down just shy of the 10-yard line. Stopping the clock here at 10:20. And right now the Aggies are just running it right up the gut against this Valley City defense. First down and 10 for the Aggies. Ball inside the 15. They're going to say down at the 13. So the play being brought in here by the Aggies. 22 seconds on the play clock. Valley City looks like they're going to have their work cut out for them. They're going to stop this Velva running attack. That's nothing really fancy, no trickery. It's just handing it right up the middle and letting them go to work. And that offensive line for Velva is doing work right now. Another handoff. Gets stuffed initially. And now will finally be brought down. Not a negative game, but didn't necessarily go far forward as well. So only a 2-yard gain and possible penalty down. Or no, they're going to reset the play clock. So I heard the officials whistle go off there. Here it is resetting the play clock here. So game clock should be running. It stopped there at 9:40 for a little bit. So it's going to be 2nd down and 9 as Valley City finally able to kind of put together a decent play there on defense. Now I got to find a way to be able to keep this at 3rd and long. So Vincent has carried it every play so far. Now it's going to be a handoff under center, running right up the middle again. Bounce off 1 tackle, bounces off 2, and now still dragging the pile forward and into the end zone for a touchdown. Barstad, the one that got the carry, and he just rambled his way forward, dragging bodies as the fullback got the carry. And, well, you never want to let the fullback gash you up the middle. Fullbacks are supposed to be there for the short yardage, not the explosive run, but he kept dragging bodies all the way into the end zone. So that'll be a touchdown for the Aggies. 9:08 left to go here. So Hudson Krewald was busy warming up on the sideline, and he'll be in charge of trying to get Valley City's offense going early. So Velva, when they scored the 2 touchdowns against Valley City last time they faced, went for it on both occasions. Now they're going for 2 here. Trips to the right here for the Aggies. Now snap under pressure, going to roll out, has some space, going to aim towards the corner, gets stuffed, but Valley City doesn't have him down, and finally able to bend him backwards. Oh, they made the initial contact there about 2 yards in front of the end zone. Good tackle there by the Valley City defense, but nearly he was able to spin out of it and get himself into the end zone, but fortunately Valley City able to stop Wilder's progression and keep it to only a 6-point game. Back here after this break on KOVC.
Quality matters, and Valley Meat Supply delivers. Rod and Terry, along with their experienced staff, proudly offer locally sourced beef and pork. From fresh ground beef and hand-cut steaks to thick-cut pork chops, incredible bacon, and award-winning jerky and snack sticks. You'll also find the best cheese and deli meats, plus customer favorites like baked beans, seafood, and seasonings to complete any meal. Whether you're feeding the family or grabbing a snack, it all starts with quality you can trust. Come in today and taste the difference at Valley Meat Supply on West Main in Valley City.
Back here for our next phase of this game. Valley City's defense, well, right after they had probably their best defensive play, which was stuffing the run game that was featuring heavily of Logan Vincent, well, they give up a carry right up the middle to the fullback for a touchdown. Now Valley City's offense. That's going to be the interesting part of this. They got some talent back there on the offense, including good skill position in terms of wide receivers. But Valley City's offense last year was the definition of a little bit hit and miss. Talking about up until Northern Cass. In all their wins, they obviously scored touchdowns. In all of their losses, they were shut out. And that was all the way up until Northern Cass. So you're hoping for Valley City that you get this going early and keep some pressure here on the Aggies. Again, Velva, one of the premier programs in the state. Kickoff is going to be a squib, and Valley City doesn't go to field it, and they're going to give up possession, and I think it's going to be right at midfield. I think there's going to be a discussion here by the officials of whether or not it was touched beforehand. So they're going to talk about this a little bit, and they're going to say it is Velva ball. Valley City, they just fell asleep on the kickoff. That ball was just rolled right to midfield, and nobody for Valley City seemed to want to touch it. So Valley City gives up their first offensive possession of the game, and Velva is looking to jump out to an early 2-score lead, as there has not been a play so far that has not taken place in Valley City territory. So the Aggies go with the surprise onside, a little dribbler right up the middle, and either the front line for Valley City on that kickoff just went backwards, or they were just kind of confused of what to do there. Fake the handoff. Wilder dropping back to pass, slings it deep to Hendrickson. He picks it off. Hendrickson picks it off at the 20-yard line. We're talking about a player that has all state potential. It is Leighton Hendrickson. Hendrickson 6'1", just a pick under 200 pounds. He is going to be kind of the big body receiver this year for Valley City, but also proven he's got the hands in there as well, as he picked that one off right across the middle. So Valley City, with about 8:39, gave up the onside kick, but has come back and has been able to get the interception on the first pass of the day from Wilder. 6-0 lead here for the Aggies. Hudson Krewald out there for his first drive. All right, this is our Levers Food opening drive sweepstakes. Going to be a handoff up the middle and nowhere to go there, as that'll be maybe getting back to the line of scrimmage. That was just running right into a brick wall, and Valley City going to have to find a way to get across this excellent defensive front here. Valerie Holm is our opening drive sweepstakes contestant today. If Valley City takes us down the field for a touchdown, Valerie Holm will win a gift card from Lever's Food. So they're going to say got back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10 for Valley City. Shotgun formation here for Crewald. Another run play. This time they're angling to the outside. Able to get through for a handful of yards. That'll be a gain of about 4 on the play. Hunter Undum rolling right through the gap and dragging a body in there as well. They're going to say got about 6 on the play, so 3rd down and 4 coming up here for Valley City. 3rd down and 4.5. 7:30 left to go here in this first quarter. Crewald hasn't attempted a pass yet. In a passing situation here. They're going to run the ball with Undum, and again, nowhere to go on the play. And Valley City, a little surprised there that they don't try to at least pass it once. Trying to maybe catch Velva off guard, but Velva certainly was not fooled on that play. Now Valley City with Bryson Heck at quarterback. He was also the punter. And now they're going to trying to see who they got back there to punt. That might be Cordy. So Ty Cordy back there to punt for Valley City. Good snap back to Cordy, and he's going to hit a knuckler. That's going to be a low trajectory ball. Valley City's almost trying to push somebody into the punt, and that's going to roll and die at the 40-yard line. So that'll stop the clock here at 6:42. So Valley City goes 3 and out to start the game. So the Aggies, they got a little bit of momentum with that onside kick down the middle. Valley City, though, able to pick it off with Leighton Hendrickson, but not able to capitalize on the momentum with a 3 and out. So Valley City's defense able to get a little bit of confidence in them after giving up that drive to start out the game, but now they got to find a way if they can actually stop the run. They know they can stop the pass. Now they got to find a way to stop the run. Wilder back here, pistol formation, running back right behind him. Now shifting the lead blocker from his left to his right, now back to left. And a handoff up the middle. Another good block there by the Velva offensive line, and he's going to roll right into Valley City territory for another first down. Logan Vincent just dragging bodies all the way down. And big body running back, sturdily built, and he's just rolling right now through this Valley City defensive line. So 6.5 to go here in this first quarter. Valley City's defense has not had an answer for the ground game, as Logan Vincent pretty much racked up all kind of, what would you say, 40-ish yards that it took to get into the end zone before the ball was handed to the fullback. Now he's cracking into the 50-yard mark, and we're barely into the first quarter. Very past the halfway. Now a little pitch pass to the outside. Valley City looks like they had to contain but give up the middle. That'll be about a 5-yard gain. Little pitch pass there to Isaiah Hackman. And Hackman looked like he was initially going to be stuffed, but then was able to cut it back inside for a decent gain. So 2nd down and 5 there for the Aggies. 5:45 to go here in quarter number 1. Oh, the Aggies slowly and methodically moving down the field, and that's exactly how they like it. This is going to be a team that very seldomly will pass the ball. They're really only going to pass the ball if they need to. They're going to kind of go with the most simple solution is probably the best. And they'll run a quick dig route here, and that's going to be completed for a first down. That's a quick little 5-yard dig route, and that was just turned around and caught at the Valley City 40. So 5:20 left to go here in the first quarter, and another first down here for Velva. So Valley City's defense gives up their first completion of the day. Velva trying to keep the good times rolling here. They've dominated on the ground game and have now completed their first pass. Now a little screen pass being set up here to the outside. Hendrickson's going to wrestle him down for only a 2-yard gain. Good job there by Hendrickson, able to square his body and just be able to thump the running back down again. Vincent, bigger running back, just shy of 6 foot and 185 pounds. A lot of steam going downhill. And Hendrickson able to just square up, good tackle, and wrestle him to the ground. So Click inside of 5 minutes to go here in this first quarter. 6-0 lead for the Aggies on our LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Wilder looking over to his right towards the sideline. Has one running back in front, the other in front. Go with the handoff, trying to bounce it to the outside. Valley City able to prevent a bigger gain. Mari Ronsberg looked like he might have had a shot on the outside to get him in the backfield, but Finley, the linebacking core, able to rally to make it a 3rd down and about a 3. One of those plays where never like giving up 5 yards, but it could have been much worse if you didn't get him down. Valley City did manage to get him down, so it'll be 3rd down and 3 for Velva. Expect them to keep it on the ground here. Not only are they dominating on the ground, but they're well within go-for-it territory. They're going to roll out to the right, giving chase. Throw is low, and they're going to say he caught that right on the sideline, and Valley City a little disappointed in that one. Not bad coverage, forced to throw outside, but receiver just able to scoop that one off the ground. So Valley City still unable to force Velva to have to convert on 4th down, as Velva has converted on their first couple of 3rd down opportunities. 1st down and 10 here for the Aggies. Ball just outside of the Valley City 20-yard line. Clock has stopped here at 3:35. Now turnaround handoff, and this is going to be another big gain. Wrestled down, depending on where his shoulder went down, is going to determine if it's a first or not. They're going to say just shy. So Logan Vincent has just been dominating on the ground today. Valley City can nary find a stop against this Velva rushing attack. So 2nd down and short coming up here for the Aggies as we tick inside 3 minutes to go. In Velva, you don't have a bunch of 300-pounders on the line, but you got a bunch of gritty 6'2", 6'3" kids that are just working over this Valley City offensive line right now. Valley City's got to be better at the point of attack as this game goes on. Little pitch to the left side, and that'll be a short gain, but enough for a 1st down.
On the carry, number 5, Logan Vincent.
Just a crack toss right there, and that'll set up 1st down and goal here for the Aggies. Ball at the Valley City 8-yard line. So just a crack toss right there, Velva. As they're varying their looks here. They're going left, they're going right, they're going up the middle. Haven't seen the option yet, but when you get towards the goal line here, you're going to try to maybe throw in some misdirection and get the defense biting one way instead of letting them play downhill. Turn around, fake handoff to Logan Vincent. Valley City trying to pressure Wilder. Wilder scrambling, steps up past the line of scrimmage, and he goes down awkwardly. He'll be at the 2-yard line. He'll pop up.
Number 10, Peyton Wheeler on the bootleg.
So Wilder was just kind of wheeling around it. They're going to say knee went down at the floor. It went down a little awkwardly on the play. Well, unfortunately for Velva, he bounces up. 2nd down and goal here for the Aggies. Wilder going to be in the pistol. Ankles just in front of the 10-yard line. And it's going to be a handoff up the middle, and this is going to be enough for a touchdown as Velva will now take a 12-0 lead at 1:27. So two of the 3 Velva offensive drives have ended in touchdown. The lone stop Valley City managed to get was on that interception after Velva tried to take a deep shot after getting that onside kick. So Velva has just been taking it to this Valley City defense early on here. And Cale Van Hel Dietz kind of slowly jogging off the field there. You're hoping it's nothing serious. So Dietz on the sideline and looks like he's okay. So now Velva is taking their time breaking the huddle here. They'll break it at 8 seconds on the play clock. They'll get set with 2 wide receivers out to the right. Lead blocker over to the right side as well. Wilder going to throw a pass, and that one looks to be low, and they're going to say incomplete. So the 2-point conversion not converted. But at the 1:27 mark of this first quarter, it is a 12-0 lead for the Velva-Drake-Anamoose-Garrison Aggies. Back here after the break, here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC.
Rambo, a proud sponsor and fan of Viking and Highliner Athletics, has been serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota with quality logoed apparel and promotional products since 1979. With online store options built to meet the needs of your company, organization, or team, Rambo will ensure that the process of ordering is easy and accurate and that your items are received on time. When you're ready to put your logo to work, give Matt a call at 701-680-9585. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good.
Life isn't always easy, but you don't have to face it alone. At Brighter Days Therapy, compassionate professional care is here when you need it most. Whether you're working through anxiety, depression, stress, life changes, or simply looking for someone to talk to, Jillian Hazelou is here and ready to help. Every journey starts with one step, and a brighter day could be closer than you think. Contact Brighter Days Therapy today at 701-840-6206. Discover the support, guidance, and hope that you deserve.
We're back here in Valley City. It is a 12-0 lead for the Velva Aggies as, well, they've just been doing everything they really want to do on offense so far. Defense has only been tested on 3 plays. The offense, meanwhile, has just been slowly and methodically running it right down the middle of the Valley City defense. So kickoff on the way. This will be an angle shot, and this will go way out of bounds. So that'll go over towards the blue track, and Valley City we'll get a bit of a bonus here on the illegal procedure on the kickoff there by the Aggies. So Valley City able to get some halfway decent field position. Their last drive started at the 20. They managed to get halfway to the first down marker, but they'll stall just in front. So this drive looks like it'll start at the 35-yard line. So Valley City, again, halfway decent field position. It was all run play last time out for Valley City. Again, a little bit of experience at the quarterback position, and Hudson Krewald got to wonder if they're going to try to take a shot here. Again, usually when you got a quarterback, you want to try to get him in rhythm early on with some short, easy completion type throws. So Krewald back in shotgun, fakes the handoff, now throws it to Sikora, who gets popped. He managed to surge forward for a couple of yards. Sikora going to play that kind of tight end role this year for Valley City. Hendrickson going to kind of motion out wide to the wide receiver. Hendrickson's somebody that you're going to be very interested to see what the transformation looks like in his senior year. As again, he's got the ability to track the ball very well, as you saw on that interception. And so does Andrew Sikora. He was an all-conference caliber player last year. So again, the secondary for Valley City is where you have confidence, but you need some of those secondary players also to step up and make plays on offense. Krewald going to float a pass, and that's too high to Coughlin. Coughlin ran a good route, got himself in space. Ball was just overthrown over the top there by Krewald. So it'll be third down and about 7. Again, not a bad route there by Coughlin, not a bad play design, just got to be able to make that throw there if you're Krewald. Try to lead them too far. And Coughlin just not able to come up underneath that one. So third down 7 for Valley City. Clock is stopped at 42 seconds. Krewald sending a man in motion. It's going to be Hendrickson. Now they're going to run a fake dive and another pass that's wayward to the outside. And well, that drive's going to be a little disappointing there for Valley City. As missing a couple of throws there. So it looks like this will be another punting situation for Valley City. If you were closer to the first down marker, probably like a 4th and 1, 4th and 2, maybe you could justify it being down 2 scores. But 4th and 7, inside your own 40-yard line, this is a clear punting situation. Might be time, though, to bust out the fake punt. Well, Cordy's just going to punt this one, but it's not good. It spoons off to the outside, and it'll just be past the 50. So that's going to be picked up at about the 45-yard line of Velva. As Cordy just had that one kind of spoon off his foot a little bit. So the Aggies coming back out here with just over 30 seconds in this first quarter. Velva, again, they've just been able to keep this game plan simple, as really they've just been relying on the running of Logan Vincent to carry them all the way down the field. Gotten a couple passes completed from their freshman quarterback in Peyton Wielder. So far, the game plan has been simple. Raider Barstad with 1 touchdown today as well on a inside the red zone carry for the Aggies. Now they'll go to Barstad again, but Barstad's got nowhere to go. He'll gain back to the line of scrimmage, and that'll be 2nd down and 9. Well, crack inside, 20 seconds to go here. Of course, Velva does not have to run another play to get to the second quarter. And kind of looking how the body language is transpiring here for Velva, it looks like they are more than content to take their 12-0 lead into the next quarter. And that is what they are going to do. So at the end of 1 quarter play, it is Velva 12, Valley City nothing. Back here after the break on KOVC.
Quality Alignment and Brake Center. They will get you down the road safely because they know tires. Hey, Jess.
Hi, we have $70 to $180 back in a rebate on select Bridgestone and Firestone tires.
And you do so much more.
We do alignment, suspension, brakes, your DOT inspections, your trucks and trailers too, all the way down to an oil change.
Thanks, Jess. Quality Alignment and Brake Center, West Main, Valley City. Give them a call at 701-845-0060. Craving something legendary? Bridges Bar and Grill is serving up the ultimate comfort food mashup all month long. Sink your teeth into a burger of the month, the Pizza Burger. Burger patty topped with melted mozzarella cheese, pepperoni, and marinara sauce. Served on a toasted bun with your choice of a classic side for $13.95. Pair it perfectly with our specialty drink, the Honey Crisp Mule. It features a refreshing, crisp autumn twist that hits the spot every single time. Cross the bridge to great taste. Come into Bridges Bar and Grill today, conveniently located on Winter Road right next to the American. Great food, cold drinks, and good times are awaiting for you.
And we're back here in Valley City. 12-0 lead for the Velva-Drake-Anamoose-Garrison Aggies over the Valley City Highliners. And, well, it's been one team that's been able to keep the game plan simple and just get the ball down the field, with the Aggies just really turning around and handing it off pretty much every play to Logan Vincent outside of a one to two passes from Peyton Wilder and Wielder, and one run up the middle by Raider Barstad that, well, did end up being a touchdown. He did run it once to close out this quarter as well, but 2 carries to 1 touchdown ratio is pretty solid for a fullback. So now it'll be 2nd down and 9 as we put up a fresh 12 minutes to start off this second quarter. Sending the man in motion is Velva. Look for the quick screen. Now they'll go the other way. They set up a double wheel play, and this is going to be a big gain, possibly even bigger, and they get knocked out of bounds. Velva set up a dummy screen to the outside. I believe the Barstad flicked it over to Logan Vincent, and Vincent now has to be over 100 all-purpose yards in this game. I mean, it's just brilliant play design right there. They faked the big wheel route to Raider Barstad, 5'11", 205, trying to get him in space. They faked the wheel route to him. Valley City's defense collapsed on the right side of the field to chase the play. Then they swing it back left, and they got their man Logan Vincent in space, and he's at 100 all-purpose yards right now. So tremendous first half here by Vincent in this first half. 11:52 to go here as the Aggies stay on the move. And now, well, that'll be a delay a game penalty. And, well, the Aggies have been flirting with a delay a game penalty for a few times here, breaking the huddle late. The play clocks are not in the same spot in the end zone Velva was going to. It's kind of right behind the goalpost. It's off yonder on the scoreboard on this side of the field, so losing track of the play clock right there was Velva. Now a run play up the middle, and this will be a first down, not a first down. They'll gain back the yards they got, as that was Isaiah Hackman on the direct snap. Kind of just barreled his way forward and picking up a very sizable gain. So that'll make it a 2nd down and call it about a 6. That's for Valley City right there. It's just one of those that you got to be a little stronger on the run defense. You get a penalty right there, and you have them back at 1st down and long, and, well, then you give up everything that they lost and a little bit more, and now Velva's got an easier job ahead of them. Still, a negative play here on 2nd down can maybe change the tides of this drive. Slinging it to the end zone, and Cordy on defense, and he knocks it out of his hands. Well, Cordy stumbled a little bit in pass coverage, but got back there. That ball was reeled in the end zone, but he was never able to bring the ball back down to his chest. Cordy able to eventually slap that ball out. So Ty Cordy able to do a job right there for Valley City, and it'll be 3rd down and 6. Gotta imagine this is go-for-it territory for the Aggies. And it being 3rd down and 6, they're going to probably go to their best money-making play, which has been putting it into the arms of Logan Vincent, figuring that he's probably not going to get pushed backwards and that he's either going to pick up the 1st down or he's going to at least get him to a 4th down and manageable. Obviously, loading up the defensive front to try to combat it. Now a little bit of a high snap. Angle right. Valley City able to snuff him out. Oh, did they give up 15 yards on a late hit? Oh, they don't. Velva might be appealing for that, and I can't really blame him. He went down, and that might have been Sikora that laid the pop on him. But that was a good job by the Valley City defense, able to rally to the left side of the play, able to knock down Vincent. The only question there was he went down, and when you're coming from the backside, sometimes you don't necessarily see it, or coming from the secondary, you don't necessarily see if the man in the pile had his knee down, got popped, and they're just hoping you didn't give up a hard luck penalty there. So with 10:20 to go here, first 4th down conversion time here for Velva. Wielder dropping back to pass, scrambling, throws it to the end zone, breakdown in coverage, and that is they're going to say down at the 1. Well, that is an unfortunate bit of deja vu there for Valley City. Last time these two teams played, it was a 0-0 game at the half, and Velva was able to get their 2 touchdowns thanks to some critically timed 4th down conversions, one of them resulting in a touchdown. Very similar play to that. Valley City, they just left the man open on the rollout side, and there's nobody within 10 yards of them. And lucky for Valley City, the receiver's knee was down at the 1, giving them a chance to be able to get out of this. But, well, Velva's just going to slam this in 4 times and hope that they're eventually going to be able to crack a yard. They do go with the handoff. Vincent's going to scamper in for a touchdown, put 6 more up on the board here for the Aggies. So the Aggies, big 4th down conversion, able to make it a 18-0 game. And, well, the Aggies have gone for it twice today on special teams. Both times they have been kept out of the end zone. Reminder, in high school, it is the same distance you have to cover in terms of where the ball is spotted, both on going for 2 and on a field goal, not like the National Football League where it gets put back a little bit farther. So the Aggies are going to go for 2 again here. Haven't gotten it the previous 2 times. 2 wide receivers out to the right, tight end to the right as well. And now Wielder might be changing the play here. Going to be 4 seconds on the play clock. 3, gets it off at 2. Hand off the middle to Vincent. Vincent runs over a man into the end zone for 2. So the 2-point conversion is good for the Aggies, and they now have themselves a sizable 20-0 lead back after the break here on KOVC.
Looking for the perfect place to stay? Discover comfort and exceptional hospitality at the Grand Stay Hotel and Suites in Valley City, North Dakota. Whether you are traveling for a business, planning a family vacation, or just passing through, we offer spacious suites, a relaxing indoor pool, and a complimentary hot breakfast to start your day right. Experience a warm, welcoming atmosphere that makes you feel right at home. Grand Stay Hotel and Suites, Valley City. Your comfort is our priority. Book your stay today at grandstayhospitality.com or call 701-490-3500.
Hi, I'm Rod Skitland, a proud Valley City State University alumnus and successful business owner. VCSU gave me so much more than an education. It gave me a family. The connections I made, the opportunities I had, and the support from this amazing community shaped who I am today. And that family, it's still going strong. I encourage you to join in, get involved, be part of something truly special. Let's help VCSU continue creating life-changing experiences for future Vikings and keep this incredible legacy alive.
We are back here to start our next offensive drive, potentially, for Valley City. Velva has already shown that they are willing to go for the surprise onside, but up 20-0. I think the last thing Velva wants to do is hand Valley City primo starting field position. On their first actual kickoff that we saw, Velva just kicked the ball out of bounds. And we see that a lot of times with especially teams in high school. Just they're willing to kind of consistently give up, the 35-yard line instead of risking a big return. And Velva's going to kick this one again, and they're just going to super toe this one down the middle. So this will be picked up just in front of the 10-yard line. I'll see trying to scamper through, bouncing off one tackle, but they're going to be tackled shy of the 25. So returning that ball for Valley City on the play. I believe that was going to be number 23, Orion Malcolm. So Malcolm, with his first kick return of the year, manages to get the ball just shy of the 25-yard line. So clock will stop here at 9:52. And Valley City, well, they're trying to pick up their first down of the game, let alone trying to get it into Velva territory. The first drive, they managed to get halfway with 3 run plays, but couldn't get any farther. Last time they threw it all 3 plays, and, well, they ran some good routes on first and second down, but just a little overthrow on second down kind of halted their progress. Krewald turns around, hand this one off to Undum. Undum fighting for yards, but he's going to get wrestled down in the backfield at the 20-yard line. And now Andrew Sikora going to scrap a little bit here as he'll get up. And so it'll be a 2nd and 15 for Valley City as Undum tried to run a little stretch play to the outside but lost the edge entirely. And just sometimes on one of those, and Undum really getting his first reps as a starting running back ever, just going to learn essentially on a play like that, sometimes it's better to just kind of cut up and minimize damage rather than try to make something happen to the outside, especially on the short side of the field. So 2nd and 15 for Valley City. Sikora comes in motion. Good time to throw for Krewald, but he's going to roll out to his right. Now he might take off and run. Gets back to the OG line of scrimmage, and he'll gain about 1 extra yard. So gain about 6 on the play there for Krewald. Krewald, good athlete. You know, maybe not the electric type of runner that you see maybe from a Bryson Hack, but he certainly has the ability to move his feet. Kind of getting him out in motion. That's actually a pretty good job by Krewald. Chooses not to force a throw down the field, but steps up, rolls to the outside, and when he sees nothing is there, he's going to choose to take a small profit and get 6 yards, get himself back in front of the sticks. Now he's got to be able to find a way to make a play here on 3rd down. 8:15 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Valley City facing a 3rd down and 8, trailing by 3 scores. Now it looks like a timeout potentially taken here, and Valley City will take the timeout. So we'll be back here after this break on KOVC.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
3rd down and 8 coming up for Valley City as they look to try to pick up their first down of the game. Krewald going to send a man in motion. It'll be Sikora. Snaps the ball, 15 seconds on the play clock. Fakes one throw now. Throws it high. Leighton Hendrickson goes up high to make a great catch. And Valley City will have their first down of the game. That is a fantastic catch by Leighton Hendrickson. And if you're asking me, what play are you most excited about this year, it is for sure Leighton Hendrickson. Had a great baseball season, and now he makes a fantastic catch right there. Give his team a little bit of something to get excited about. Now Valley City, they got to try to find a way to make something happen here. They get finally something going in their way. Now Krewald going to boot out to his right, escapes the sack, now trying to run through a man, and he'll barge his way forward for about 4 or 5 yards. Good job by Krewald. able to, again, make something happen there. Lower the shoulder. Running hard, picking up some yards. Now it'll be 2nd down and 5 for Valley City. So 2nd down and 5 here for Valley City. Again, they are trying to find a way to build some momentum here. And now they'll take their time getting here to the line of scrimmage. And trying to just make sure they can sustain something. Now Crewall will hand this one up the middle to Undum, but Undum immediately gets swarmed on. And Undum goes nowhere on the play. So now it'll set up about a 3rd down and 4. So 3rd and 4 here for Valley City. And trailing in this one by 2 scores, but you never know. You finally get something to break your way. You might find a way to catch that spark that, well, they so desperately need right now. Good news is for, I guess, the people that are watching at this new turf field is that it has held up pretty well so far, not seeing any type of sliding going on. 3rd down and 4. Crewald fakes the handoff, now rolls out, trying to find a flip pass. Sikora, who's going to bring it in right at the stick and spin forward for a 1st down. So good job by Andrew Sikora, keeping able to not only bring that one in with contact, but able to spin forward and ensure the 1st down. Not leaving it into the officials' hands when it came to the spot, so just inside of 6 minutes to go. So Valley City finally starting to get the offense on the move after, well, a few drives where they were left scratching their head. 1st down and 10. Valley City still in their territory, but only 3 yards to get before they finally cross into Velva's territory for the first time today. Crewall throws it out in front for Sikora, and that's just a little too low and a little too hard and a little too out front. On right there. Again, it's going to take repetition there for Crewall. It's kind of set your feet and make the throw. On a play like that, you know, you really don't have to worry about the defensive backs or the linebackers coming up and crashing that play. Just got to make a throw to your wide receiver and kind of let them make that play. So 2nd down and 10 for Valley City at the 5.5-minute mark here of quarter number 1. Crewall sends Sikora in motion again. Now he fakes the handoff. It has a face full of pressure. Able to get it away. Makes a throw to Sikora, and he'll spin forward for about a 5-yard gain. Well, Crewall got rid of that one because he was going to be met quickly by big Lexton Smith, 6'2", 205. He just popped Crewall, but Crewall able to lay on a good throw right there. In that situation, you're not focused on anything but your hot route, and he throws the hot route perfectly right to Sikora. And again, Sikora's made a couple of nice catches in traffic and hanging on to the ball. So inside of 5 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Valley City's used 1 timeout so far, and they're a little slow breaking the huddle here. They'll crack it at 10. Valley City's got to be set here and get set quick right at midfield. 3 seconds on the play clock. 2. They snap it at 2. Crewall throws it off his back foot, and that'll be caught by Chase Coughlin. He's short, but because Coughlin brings that one in, he gives his team an actual chance at this conversion. Or are they going to give him the first? They're going to give him the 1st down. Coughlin looked to be about a half-yard short to me, but they're going to say that he made that catch. So good on by Chase Coughlin to make that type of catch. And Crewall, a little panicky on that play, just kind of threw it up across his body, but well, Coughlin, a lot like Sikora and a lot like Hendrickson, have made some impressive catches in traffic. 4:05 to go here in the 1st quarter. Valley City into Velva territory. Now Crewall rolling out to his right. Gonna step up, throw, and it's dropped. Crewall does a good job to escape the pressure, buy some time, sees his man in a decent amount of space, throws it, and Coughlin just could not bring that one in. So that'll stop the clock at 3:54. Yeah, that one right there is one that you really need to have if you're Coughlin. Not necessarily the perfect ball thrown, but a ball that's good enough. So 3:54 to go here in the 1st half. Now looks like Oh, Velva might be offside here. Well, they're not going to call him offside. Undum goes right up the middle and gets stuffed. Velva had a defensive back that came up to press, I believe it was Ty Cordian. I mean, again, I don't have the direct line down the view of the ball, but he was close. He was closer than probably his coach would have liked him to be. After the 1 yard gain, Valley City will have a 3rd down and 9. As Krewald will head back into the huddle to bring in the play. So Krewald getting the play in here to his team. A little slow, though. Valley City once again will break the huddle here with about 12 seconds. Krewald, he lined up in the pistol here. Now fakes the handoff, bootlegs out, under pressure, might have to throw this one away. Throws it up for grabs, and it's caught down the sideline. Nope, gets knocked out of bounds. Not a horrible decision there by Krewald. Usually see a quarterback kind of drifting the way he does, and he throws a little floater up like that. Well, kind of one out there for Valley City. It's kind of making sure that it's not going to be intercepted. And did a good job to throw it close enough to the sideline to where it wasn't going to be picked off. Valley City looks like they might be calling a timeout here to discuss potentially a 4th down play. So now for Valley City, this is, well, here's the deal. You're on your opponent's side of the field for the first time all game. You've been passing the ball well. You have a big play receiver down the field in Leighton Hendrickson who, if you're just going to throw one up there, you feel good about his ability to go up and get it. However, it is 3rd down or 4th down and 9. So you are left in quite a ruddy little pickle right here because a pooch punt could pin them inside the 10. But then again, with the way Velva's been running the ball, they might be able to get down the field before that clock runs out. Valley City essentially knows that if they don't get it here, they're going to give the ball to Velva at their 40, at Valley City's, or excuse me, on their 40-yard line, which is going to be more than enough time for Velva with 3 minutes to go down the field and score. But they know if they pooch punt it, they have a chance to maybe hold them back a little bit. But they also know they're probably forfeiting their chance at getting points. So Valley City called the timeout, stop the clock here at 3:02. And from the looks of it now, it will be Krewald coming out. You can double up on timeouts in high school football. So Valley City, they could try to get Velva to jump off sides, then call timeout, and then punt. So Krewald back here in the pistol, going to send Sikora out to the left. They are going to snap the ball, but it gets away from Krewald, and this will be recovered at the 50-yard line by Velva. A little bit of a high snap there. It went over to, I believe that would have been the left shoulder there of Krewald, and got his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. And so, well, Velva now will get the ball right in Valley City's. Nope, they're going to say they're on the other side of the 50, but just unfortunate time there for a first wobbly snap of the game. That is not going to go down as a turnover for Valley City. Turnovers on downs don't count as turnovers. But that one right there, just, that's a hard one to stomach. So 1st down and 10 for Velva on their side of the 50-yard line. Motion a man out to the left. Now they're taking a shot over the middle, and that's going to be caught. And Brady Hoff skying up high to bring that one in. Ty Cordy able to make the tackle, but Hoff able to sky up and make that catch. So now Valley City finds themselves back in their own territory. Trying to find a way to at least keep this to a 3-score game. Valley will start out with the ball in the second half, which is maybe why they were a little bit more emboldened to go for it on that last series, knowing they could have possibly gotten a double up. But they don't get it here. Now Velva trying to break this game wide open. They fake the keeper. They fake the sweep around the outside. Now they go with keeper up the middle. That'll be about a 9-yard gain. So they've been mixing in the run there as well with Isaiah Hackman listed as a wide receiver, but we've seen him used a couple of times on kind of a wildcat formation. And he's kept it both times, and both times he's gotten a fair dinkum amount of yards. Inside of 1 minute to go here, Velva, or inside of 2 minutes ago, excuse me, Velva leading 20-0 on our LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. 2nd down and 9. Wielder scrambling, throwing, and another high throw. Big pop laid on by the defensive back. That was Cordy again, but couldn't knock the ball free. So Brady Hoff able to bring that one in. So once again, Velva. Now, for Valley City, you're feeling a little uneasy now. Before, you just had to worry about stopping the running game. Now Velva is being able to find a series of short passes that have to keep the Valley City defense honest. And they're completing those throws as well. So that is going to be a 1st down just outside of the Valley City 15-yard line. Wielder back there in shotgun. Lone man to his left with trips out to the right. Now handoff up the middle. Gets by one man. Well, the forearm was down. He's able to extend a little bit there. Logan Vincent was, and now a timeout is taken. So Velva's going to take a timeout, a little odd timeout right there for Velva. As well, the clock is probably close to about 1:20 right now. It's going to be 1:23. A little bit surprised to take the timeout there instead of choosing to run a few more seconds off with all the timeouts they had, but we'll take the 30-second pause on KOVC.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 4 great reasons are Dr. Bone, Dr. Freilich, Dr. Jango, and now introducing Dr. Jordan Thomas. 4 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and Lemoore. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers. Clearly the best.
Grotberg Electric believes in quality first, taking pride in the work and standing behind every project they do. They bring together the power, technology, and experience to keep your business online. The success of Grotberg Electric depends on 3 major ideals: the quality of their products, the commitment to their customers, and most of all, their customer service. Call Grotberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit them online, grotbergelectric.com.
20-0 lead for the Velva Aggies. 1:23 left to go here in this first half. Aggies now starting to be able to matriculate the ball down the field, both through the air and on the ground. Logan Vincent's been the primary catalyst today. He's lined up at running back, just tucked in behind Wielder. Wielder fakes the handoff, throws to a wide open receiver. One hand bobbling catch. Did he make it? Yes, he did. Oh, the ball was overthrown by, I believe that's Jordan Mack, the 6'2" sophomore. Able to go up, tip it to himself, get both feet in bounds, and that's just a stellar catch. Maybe not a stellar throw, but ultimately goes down in the book as 6 anyway, so that'll make it 26-0 Velva. And 1:18 to go. That was a fantastic catch. Again, for a quarterback, you just kind of go up there and you dap your receiver and you say, good catch, big man. Because it saves you not only an incompletion, but it does give you a touchdown there as well. So Wielder and Velva electing to go for 2 once again. They are 1 for 3 on their 2-point conversion so far. Play clock down to 17 seconds. Wielder going to go with the handoff to Vincent. Vincent trying to push his way up the middle right at the goal line and in for 2. 28-0 Velva as they have themselves a 4-score lead with just over 1 minute to go here in the quarter. Back after the break on KOVC.
Life isn't always easy, but you don't have to face it alone. At Brighter Days Therapy, compassionate professional care is here when you need it most. Whether you're working through anxiety, depression, stress, life changes, or simply looking for someone to talk to, Jillian Hazelou is here and ready to help. Every journey starts with one step, and a brighter day could be closer than you think. Contact Brighter Days Therapy today at 701-840-6206. Discover the support, guidance, and hope that you deserve.
Quality Alignment and Brake Center. They will get you down the road safely because they know tires. Hey, Jess.
Hi, we have $70 to $180 back in a rebate on select Bridgestone and Firestone tires.
And you do so much more.
We do alignment, suspension, brakes, your DOT inspections, your trucks and trailers too, all the way down to an oil change.
Thanks, Jess. Quality Alignment and Brake Center, West Main, Valley City. Give them a call at 701-845-0060.
Logan Vincent out to do the kicking here for Velva. And we are at the 118 mark of this second quarter. And it's been all Velva so far, as evident by the scoreboard. Velva City had a decent drive going their last time around, a couple of completions, but just couldn't quite get things rolling to sustain it. Now Ryan will take this ball on the kickoff. Not a bad little return for him. Managed to scoot through and crank his way just shy of the 35-yard line. So not a bad little play there from the young man. As he's, again, trying to get a little scoot, a little shake, and he's able to scoot through there for a decent gain.
It'll be first and 10 for the Highlanders. Ball
So a couple of returns there for Orion Malcolm, and he's done a good job of finding some space. Now Valley City, they got to try to find a way to score and score quickly. Got a minute 18 to go. Well, just over 65 yards. So the snap's back, throw off to Sikora. Good little wheel play. Not going to be the type of gain you need, though, on first down. On that type of play, what you're looking right there for is you're looking to catch that and immediately get out of bounds. That play right there is kind of just a drive starter, get yourself ahead of the sticks. What you got to learn right there is that the extra 2 to 3 yards you're going to get by cutting that up is not worth the 30 seconds you're going to run off the clock. So Krewald, though, able to up his completion percentage, and he is starting to get into a little bit more of a rhythm. Low snap, and they're going to run this one to Undum. Undum able to run through a man and get himself past the 40. It'll set up a third down and call it about 5. Give it 4. A little surprised you haven't seen Velva take a timeout here, especially immediately after that play. Valley City's more than willing to go into the half down 28-0, but Velva, even though they would have got the ball maybe with like 30 seconds at the max if they burn their 2 timeouts, well, a little surprised you hadn't seen them burn it. And Valley City looks like they're just going to let this play clock roll out here, so let the rest of this clock roll out. So we will head into the half with Valley City down 28-0. We'll be back here after this break with our Rambo halftime show here on the Voice of the Valley, KOBC.
Grotberg Electric believes in quality first, taking pride in the work and standing behind every project they do. They bring together the power, technology, and experience to keep your business online. The success of Grotberg Electric depends on 3 major ideals: the quality of their products, the commitment to their customers, and most of all, their customer service. Call Grotberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit them online, grotbergelectric.com. Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional, and tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right.
This week, bag the bargains at Lever's Foods and save on Kemp's ice cream, $2.99. Brew Pub Pizza, $5.99. Berea Pasta, $1.66. Navel Oranges, 3-pound bag. Clementines, 2-pound bag, just $3.99 each. And all natural bone and center cut pork loin chops, only $2.69 a pound. Deliveries available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
Quality matters, and Valley Meat Supply delivers. Rod and Terry, along with their experienced staff, proudly offer locally sourced beef and pork. From fresh ground beef and hand-cut steaks to thick-cut pork chops, incredible bacon, and award-winning jerky and snack sticks. You'll also find the best cheese and deli meats, plus customer favorites like baked beans, seafood, and seasonings to complete any meal. Whether you're feeding the family or grabbing a snack, it all starts with quality you can trust. Come in today and taste the difference at Valley Meat Supply on West Main in Valley City. Rambo, a proud sponsor and fan of Viking and Highliner Athletics, has been serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota with quality logoed apparel and promotional products since 1979. With online store options built to meet the needs of your company, organization, or team, Rambo will ensure that the process of ordering is easy and accurate and that your items are received on time. When you're ready to put your logo to work, give Matt a call at 701-680-9585. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good.
We're back here for our halftime show brought to you by friends over at Rambo. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good. If only Rambo's shirts could make this scoreboard look better than it is right now. It's 28-0 for Velva, and it's just, yeah, you can tell there are a lot of new pieces out there for Valley City. Here's the deal. Is that when you play teams like Velva and you play teams like Langdon, you have to be ready to go week one. There's not going to be any first week lull for teams like Velva or Langdon. They're just too well coached. It's just too embodied. Like, let's say that's a good word. Embodied, embedded, I think might actually be the real word there, in the community to come out slow. They're just a physical team. You go down to why Velva's won so many state titles. There have been teams that have had very good offenses that have not won state titles. And the reason why sometimes you see it is that they're not physical. When the games get physical, sometimes those teams that are a little bit more finesse seem to shrink away. Velva is the team that's just going to line up, punch you in the mouth. They got enough size. They might not have overwhelming size, but they got athletes. They're not going to find too many undersized players on their team. So they just got grit, they got tenacity, they got good coaching, they got a good execution. And the thing for Valley City is that you saw in that second to last drive where things could finally start working a little bit, and it is that short passing game, being able to get things going. Andrew Zakora being a weapon in the short passing game, Chase Coughlin being able to get open on those out routes, and Leighton Hendrickson making the big catches down the field. Again, the entire secondary is what came back for Valley City. In terms of what the strength of your team's going to be, you would say it probably is experience in the secondary and the ability to catch the ball receiving-wise. Krewald has, started out maybe a little slow, but got himself into a little bit of a rhythm there, but missed a throw that he needed to make to Coughlin, which put his team behind. Again, this is the best way I can describe this game. It has looked like the first game of the season for a team with a lot of new pieces in a lot of different spots. Like, that is kind of the best way I can put it. This team looks like that they got a lot of new parts in a lot of different places. But again, you got to be able to come out and execute, and you saw the offense at least be able to come out and execute for the majority of that kind of last real drive they had. They had one more drive before the end of the half of LSU, just trying to get the half over with. So you saw them execute, and you see where the vision is. Again, you see the vision, but you got to be able to be more than just a vision. It's got to be more than just kind of the one lone vision you have every game. You got to be able to put it together. It's going to be hard to put it together against teams as good as Velva and next week against Langdon. But you also know that this is a barometer of where you want to be. This is the level you have to get to. And right now, again, it is a bit of a wake-up call where you go and, you have a belief in yourself every single year at the start of every single season about, what you can do. And usually there's one moment where you kind of get punched in the mouth a little bit and you realize, okay, we got some work to put in here. And that's where you're at right now with Valley City. Again, you're not starting with a walkover. You're starting off with the two arguably best teams in the state at this level. So, again, this is medicine essentially at this point. It's medicine. You know where you now have to be. You know now what, championship caliber football is going to look like. But, you got yourself a half. Again, 28-0, a big deficit to overcome. Even if you don't come back and win this game, you just want to be able to put something on tape for next week. Put something on tape for next week to make yourself feel better about. Because, again, Langdon, not only is it a good team, it's not an easy place to go and play. That's going to be what I would say arguably the longest road trip of the year for Valley City. But you got to be able to go shake off what was a bad first half of football and go put together a strong second half. You're going to get the ball to start out this half. You would love to be able to take the ball down the field, punch it in for 6, and give your defense a chance. That's the thing, is that Velva, really from the word go, has been able to dictate the tempo of this game. They started out just by running the ball with authority and running it right down the throat of Valley City. I would say they themselves would probably tell you they got a little too frisky, if that's the word you want to use, after they got that first touchdown, going surprise onside, getting it, but then going for the bomb down the field, and Leighton Hendrickson easily picked it off. So after that kind of one brief bit of vulnerability, Velva's defense got the stops. The offense methodically marched its way down the field. They've stacked up a monster lead. So Velva, again, they had that one moment of vulnerability. But, again, it's so hard to crack a defense as good as Velva on your first drive of the season. And again, you're hoping that the last drive Valley City really had, or they got the ball past midfield and down to the 40, that you're going to see more of that. You're going to see Valley City willing to go for it more and being able to try to make plays happen, but got to be able to make the plays you're supposed to make. And that's the thing for Valley City. Got to be able to make the plays you're supposed to make. Again, 28-0, a big hole to dig out of, but if you put together a couple of good-looking drives here, be able to, again, make the plays you're supposed to make and make this a competitive half, give yourself a little bit of confidence going into next week. So we got ourselves, I would say, about 5 or so minutes left here of halftime as Velva now heads back out onto the field to start up their warm-up. So we'll be back here when it's time for the resumption of play here on KOVC.
Craving something legendary? Bridges Bar & Grill is serving up the ultimate comfort food mashup all month long. Sink your teeth into a burger of the month, the Pizza Burger. Burger patty topped with melted mozzarella cheese, pepperoni, and marinara sauce. Served on a toasted bun with your choice of a classic side for $13.95. Pair it perfectly with our specialty drink, the Honey Crisp Mule. It features a refreshing, crisp autumn twist that hits the spot every single time. Cross the bridge to great taste. Come into Bridges Bar & Grill today, conveniently located on Winter Road right next to the American. Great food, cold drinks, and good times are awaiting for you. Looking for the perfect place to stay? Discover comfort and exceptional hospitality at the Grand Stay Hotel and Suites in Valley City, North Dakota. Whether you are traveling for a business, planning a family vacation, or just passing through, we offer spacious suites, a relaxing indoor pool, and a complimentary hot breakfast to start your day right. Experience a warm, welcoming atmosphere that makes you feel right at home. Grand Stay Hotel and Suites, Valley City. Your comfort is our priority. Book your stay today at grandstayhospitality.com or call 701-490-3500.
Hi, I'm Rod Skitland, a proud Valley City State University alumnus and successful business owner. VCSU gave me so much more than an education. It gave me a family. The connections I made, the opportunities I had, and the support from this amazing community shaped who I am today. And that family is still going strong. I encourage you to join in, get involved, be part of something truly special. Let's help VCSU continue creating life-changing experiences for future Vikings and keep this incredible legacy alive.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 4 great reasons are Dr. Bone, Dr. Freilich, Dr. Jangoa, and now introducing Dr. Jordan Thomas, 4 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and more. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
Grotberg Electric believes in quality first, taking pride in the work and standing behind every project they do. They bring together the power, technology, and experience to keep your business online. The success of Grotberg Electric depends on 3 major ideals: the quality of their products, the commitment to their customers, and most of all, their customer service. Call Grotberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit them online, grotbergelectric.com. Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional, and tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right.
This week, bag the bargains at Lever's Foods and save on Kemp's ice cream, $2.99. Brew Pub Pizza, $5.99. Berea pasta, $1.66. Navel oranges, 3-pound bag. Clementines, 2-pound bag, just $3.99 each. And all natural bone and center cut pork loin chops, only $2.69 a pound. Deliveries available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
Back here as we get set to start our second half of play between the Valley City Highlanders and the Velva-Drake-Anamoose-Garrison Aggies. Aggies lead 28-0 on our LaRue Lockout financial scoreboard. Well, it's a beautiful day. It actually is. Right here in Valley City, beautiful afternoon. I will argue that this is like the most picturesque setting for North Dakota high school football. A lot of places you just kind of get into, like, pick the car park, throw up a wedge of grandstands, and look out into the vast of nothingness. This overlook here in Valley City it's just stunning at best. You got the Highline Bridge out to the left side. You got the rolling hills of the valley out into the right. It's a picturesque place to watch a football game. You just really want the scoreboard to also match the scenery as well. And Velva, they've just done a great job, really, of dominating this game. Again, they're just a gritty team. They're a gritty team. They're not going to have a bunch of 6'6" behemoths like you're going to see at big 3A schools, but they got dudes. Again, that's kind of maybe a crude assessment of it to just say they got dudes. Everybody's got dudes, but Velva's got dogs in there as well. They got guys that are just going to fight you for 4 quarters, and through 3 quarters, man, they've been able to do whatever they want with it. And now for Valley City, it's time to come out there and stick it to Velva a little bit. What you really want to do here, give yourself a scoring drive. Again, 28-0 is 28-0, but you want to focus on having a good second half here and proving that you have potential going forward. This can be kicked straight down the middle. Cordy looks like he's going to shade over and pick it up just shy of the 15. Now bounces out to the outside, makes one man miss, but there is a pack of Aggies there to bring them down. So Cordy going to get this one down to about, called the 25-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Valley City. In their last actual drive, when they weren't trying to run the clock out, Valley City's passing game was able to just get the ball down the field efficiently. But you got to be able to, again, the problem is for Valley City is they got to find a way to be able to not be one-dimensional. Yes, they have the ability to pass, and they got athletes that can catch the ball, but you got to be able to keep teams honest. Otherwise, you're going to rush 3, drop 8, and everybody's going to be double-teamed. That's the situation Valley City's got to be able to figure out here. And Velva right now, if I'm seeing this right, they're showing 3 down linemen. They'll make it 4 as they got a late comer up. Might also be willing to drop back on that right edge. Zakor coming across the face of Krewald, and it is going to be about a 4-man rush. Krewald throws a pass. Zakor's got it. Gets tackled at just past the 30-yard line. Wrestled down at the 32. Andrew Zakora, a player that plays a lot of different sports here at Valley City, of course. All conference on the football last year. He says, when I talked to Chad Smith, he wants to be an all-state caliber defensive back as well. Took a great step forward during the baseball season as well. Again, you love the cooperation between kind of the, different athletic programs here in Valley City, especially ones that are outside the high school program like the Legion team is. Undum carries and now will be wrestled forward, and he'll sling his way down for about a 4-yard gain and a first down. So that's a positive step there for Hunter Undum, just being able to get something going on the ground right there. Is that he had a hard time running the ball in that first half, but even if you're gonna reverse it, you're gonna rely on your offense to get you the first kind of 7 to 8 yards. You're gonna rely on your running back to get you the hard-fought 3 to 4. Even if that's the case, again, it's about finding the scheme. It's about finding the system. It's about finding the formula to get things working. So first down for Valley City. Ball just shy of their 40-yard line. Looks like pressure being shown here by the Aggies. Just a formation here for the Highliners. Rolling out the throw here is Krewald. Now he's going to step and run. Makes one man miss. Steps up and tackled from behind, but he's got a first down. And there's an Aggie just pounding the ground right now. And that's big Lexton Smith. He felt like he had Krewald dead to rights on that play, but Krewald manages to slink his way away and able to get into Velva territory. So Krewald using his feet. Again, you don't got to be the world's fastest man behind quarterback to use your feet. You just got to know when to step up and when to take a small gain. And, Krewald was able to take what was just going to be a 5-yard gain and make it into about an 11 to 12-yard gain. 10 minutes to go here in the quarter. Krewald back there in the pistol with three receivers to his left side. Pass here over to the outside. It's going to be caught, but right at the sticks, and Velva's not going to allow the man to get any farther than that. As bringing that one in, that is going to be Tegan Klevgard. Klevgard, another one of these young players that's going to be, subbing in at times to give the other kind of more experienced players a break. He's able to catch that one, but no room to work with. You like the frame, though. It's 6 foot 155. 20 seconds to go here on the play clock as we get down to 9 minutes. You got a feeling this is actually kind of what you want from Valley City, is a slower offense. Not to be up-tempo, not to push the pace, but a team that almost just drags you down with a bunch of short passes, keeps themselves ahead of the sticks, and essentially sets themselves up for 3rd and 4th and manageables. Oh, Valley City might have moved early there. They don't call it. Throw deep. Down to Cordy, and it's caught. 10, 5, and down at the 3-yard line. Valley City, they got an offensive lineman down on the play. And he's going to fall down at midfield. Valley City, they're pointing right down. They got a man down. And so there is going to be a stoppage on the play. That one is a great pass down the field, but all you're thinking of right now is the offensive lineman that is currently down right now for Valley City. Didn't get the number right there, but he is currently down right at the midfield logo. We'll be back when we got an idea of what's going on and if the injury gets cleared on KOVC.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
Quality matters, and Valley Meat Supply delivers. Rod and Terry, along with their experienced staff, proudly offer locally sourced beef and pork. From fresh ground beef and hand-cut steaks to thick-cut pork chops, incredible bacon, and award-winning jerky and snack sticks. You'll also find the best cheese and deli meats, plus customer favorites like baked beans, seafood, and seasonings to complete any meal. Whether you're feeding the family or grabbing a snack, it all starts with quality you can trust. Come in today and taste the difference at Valley Meat Supply on West Main in Valley City.
Rambo, a proud sponsor and fan of Viking and Highliner Athletics, has been serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota with quality logoed apparel and promotional products since 1979. With online store options built to meet the needs of your company, organization, or team, Rambo will ensure that the process of ordering is easy and accurate and that your items are received on time. When you're ready to put your logo to work, give Matt a call at 701-680-9585. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good.
That's going to be Cale Van Hel Dietz that is being helped off the field right now. He really can't put any pressure on what I think would be his right leg. Reminder, he came off the field right before a PAT attempt from the Aggies earlier in this game. Came back in, but it looks like that could be a bit of a nasty injury right there. But Valley City lining up here inside the 5-yard line. They fake the handoff. Krewald going to throw to the end zone. Touchdown, Highliners. So Valley City breaks the duck, and they are able to get this one into the end zone for 6 points. Andrew Sikora found himself wide open in the end zone, and that is the exact drive that you wanted to see from Valley City to come out. It's long, it's methodical, and it gets them some confidence. Well, they're down 28-0, which means they can go for the PATs here. Ty Cordy is going to be the one attempting the PATs. 8:37 to go here in this third quarter. So Cordy going to kick this one and into the scrum, and that's going to be blocked. So not a lot of elevation on that one, so it'll only be 6 points for Valley City, but they get on the board. Back here after the break on KOVC.
Life isn't always easy, but you don't have to face it alone. At Brighter Days Therapy, compassionate professional care is here when you need it most. Whether you're working through anxiety, depression, stress, life changes, or simply looking for someone to talk to, Jillian Hazelou is here and ready to help. Every journey starts with one step, and a brighter day could be closer than you think. Contact Brighter Days Therapy today at 701-840-6206. Discover the support, guidance, and hope that you deserve.
Quality Alignment and Brake Center. They will get you down the road safely because they know tires. Hey, Jess.
Hi, we have $70 to $180 back in a rebate on select Bridgestone and Firestone tires.
And you do so much more.
We do alignment, suspension, brakes, your DOT inspections, your trucks and trailers too, all the way down to an oil change.
Thanks, Jess. Quality Alignment and Brake Center, West Main, Valley City. Give them a call at 701-845-0060.
Back here in Valley City as we get set for this, first kickoff of the day for Valley City since the opening kickoff of the game. Valley City able to punch it down the field for 6 points. Methodical drive capped off with the Andrew Sikora 4-yard touchdown catch. The Amari Ronsberg back to kick for Valley City. Interesting to see what Valley City does here. They gave up a monster return the last time they kicked off. See if they just angle this one out of bounds. Amari gets a good boot on it. It's going to be a low line drive, scooped up just shy of the 15 again. Oh, this is going to be a big return once more, and this could be 6 if they don't get him down. He's at the 50, the 45-40, 35-30, 20, 15, 10-5 touchdown. Velva gets 6 on a kickoff return. And there is more players down for Valley City as well. So Valley City, trying to see if there's a penalty flag down. It's right at the 15, so there might have been a block in the back late stages. And it's one thing to get a block in the back really early in the return. It's another thing to get it when you are legitimately, what they say now, 10 yards away from the end zone. They're going to throw the flag to the 10. So a blindside block called, and they're going to call that one on Velva. So Velva's going to get the ball here, but it's going to be a 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, which means it's going to move into 25. Now I think, you have a player down for Valley City on the far sideline, right at the 25. So we got another injury timeout to get to here on KOVC. Velva's got the ball on the 25 after this.
Craving something legendary? Bridges Bar and Grill is serving up the ultimate comfort food mashup all month long. Sink your teeth into a burger of the month, the Pizza Burger. Burger patty topped with melted mozzarella cheese, pepperoni, and marinara sauce. Served on a toasted bun with your choice of a classic side for $13.95. Pair it perfectly with our specialty drink, the Honey Crisp Mule. It features a refreshing, crisp autumn twist that hits the spot every single time. Cross the bridge to great taste. Come into Bridges Bar and Grill today, conveniently located on Winter Show Road right next to the American. Great food, cold drinks, and good times are awaiting for you. Looking for the perfect place to stay? Discover comfort and exceptional hospitality at the Grand Stay Hotel and Suites in Valley City, North Dakota. Whether you are traveling for a business, planning a family vacation, or just passing through, we offer spacious suites, a relaxing indoor pool, and a complimentary hot breakfast to start your day right. Experience a warm, welcoming atmosphere that makes you feel right at home. Grand Stay Hotel and Suites, Valley City. Your comfort is our priority. Book your stay today at grandstayhospitality.com or call 701-490-3500.
Hi, I'm Rod Skitland, a proud Valley City State University alumnus and successful business owner. VCSU gave me so much more than an education. It gave me a family. The connections I made, the opportunities I had, and the support from this amazing community shaped who I am today. And that family, it's still going strong. I encourage you to join in, get involved, be part of something truly special. Let's help VCSU continue creating life-changing experiences for future Vikings and keep this incredible legacy alive.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 4 great reasons are Dr. Bone, Dr. Freilich, Dr. Jangoa, and now introducing Dr. Jordan Thomas, 4 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and Lemoore. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
Well, so the injured player for Valley City being helped off the field right now and trying to get a readout of who that might be. Jersey's kind of rolled up, obstructing the numbers, but again, kind of the heck with where the numbers are right now. You're hoping that whoever it is going to be okay. So that looks like that might be Amari Ronsberg. And now they're holding his arm and they're taking him all the way to the back. And well, Amari's letting everybody know in the crowd what happened. His shoulder popped out of place. Yeah, that's a tough dude. Usually you're rolling around in pain. Amari's cracking jokes. Run up the middle here for Velva, and Valley's going to stuff it. Well, they tried to go right up the middle this time with their regular quarterback in Wielder. Weidler, excuse me. Weidler got popped on the play, and he goes backwards for a couple of yards. So Amari Ronsberg, the man down with the separated, with the shoulder coming out of socket right there. Again, that's usually, he's done for the day, but depending on whether he's done for next week, a month, or whatever is going to depend on what the ligament is. Because sometimes if you just get a clean pop, you get to go back in a couple weeks. If you get any type of ligament damage there, that's where it gets a little messy. And you're not going to speculate on that. Aggies a little slow getting set up there, and they are going to call a timeout at 7:33. So back here after this break here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC.
Grotberg Electric believes in quality first, taking pride in the work and standing behind every project they do. They bring together the power, technology, and experience to keep your business online. The success of Grotberg Electric depends on three major ideals: the quality of their products, the commitment to their customers, and most of all, their customer service. Call Grotberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit them online, grotbergelectric.com.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional, and tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial. Member FINRA SIPC.
So, second down and 13 coming up here for Velva. They go back in the shotgun, running a quick out pattern, and that is going to be caught, but only for about a 4-yard gain. So, it's going to give Valley City's defense a 3rd down and 8 to work with here. Again, the thing for Valley City is they've now lost 2/5, and not only their starting D-line, but their offensive line as well, due to injury to Amari Ronsberg and to Cale Van Hal Dietz. So, it's just unfortunate timing there for Valley City in terms of, 2 of the last, now it is 4 plays where you've now lost a significant chunk of your team strength in terms of size. Trips out to the left here, 1 to the right, 3rd down and 8 for Velva. Under pressure, they don't get him down. Now he's going to scramble, throw, and it is. They're going to say incomplete for the Weidler was dead to rights, and Valley City couldn't bring him down. Very reminiscent to what happened last year where Valley City had the quarterback sacked, looked like on 2 plays, and only to give up a scramble drill completion. And now it's 4th down and 8. Got to be wary here of the draw, especially if Valley City's going to show a light box with half of their defensive line now sitting out of this game due to injuries. Dietz currently sitting on the bench. Ronsberg was taken back with the dislocated shoulder. 2 wide receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Man might have started a little soon there. Weidler throwing it to the end zone in traffic, and it is caught for a touchdown. Valley City wanted a push off there, but they don't get it. And Hoff brings that one in. And that's a heartbreaker right there for Valley City. You get an opportunity to get yourself in position, to give yourself a half-decent chance at kind of completing this comeback. You get the stop there, but got to throw up a 0 in that case. You can't be allowing 4th down Hail Marys to the corner. Got to be able to knock that down. So Valley City gives up, and then another unfortunate bit of deja vu on a 4th down scramble drill touchdown to the corner pylon. Now they're going to run a sweep play, and there's good blocking out there. Did his knee touch before? No, they're going to say he got in. You're watching along on KOVC Live. That's an interesting play to look at right there if you had review, because the man on the run there, I believe is Weidler, ran, but he dove into the end zone, but his knee was a little close, if not short of the line, and there's discussion going on right now, but they don't look like in any hurry to overturn it. So that is now a 30-point lead here for the Aggies. Back after the break.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right.
This week, bag the bargains at Lever's Foods and save on Kemp's ice cream, $2.99. Brew Pub Pizza, $5.99. Berea pasta, $1.66. Navel oranges, 3-pound bag. Clementines, 2-pound bag, just $3.99 each. And all-natural bone and center-cut pork loin chops, only $2.69 a pound. Deliveries available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
So Velva punches it into the end zone to take a 36-6 lead with 6.5 minutes left to go here in the quarter. For Velva, it's just a continuation of their offense being stellar. This one, though, is going to catch a rotten bounce for Velva. Looked like they were rolling that pretty well to the 10-yard line, but then it hooked over towards the right side of the field and then out of play. So Velva is going to give up field position all the way down to the 35. Now Valley City, they got to roll out a couple new players on that offensive line. As just, there is discussion about turf and is it safer than, grass and all that, or is it as safe as grass? To be honest with you right now, the injury, I don't know what the injury is to Dietz. You don't know quite what that is. The injury to Ronsberg, that can happen anywhere. That can happen anywhere. It's him falling to the ground wrong and his shoulder pops out. Like, that can happen on turf. That can happen on a basketball floor. That can happen playing baseball. It just happens. So, again, those were one of the discussions going in with my conversation with Chad Smith is the, difference of the playing conditions. And, again, there hasn't been a whole lot of slippage that I've seen. Now Valley City, they're going to slip by here. Now a big run, possibly for Undum. He's at the 40 and tackled from behind. And that's the biggest run of the day for Hunter Undum. He slipped free, and one of the two seniors for Valley City able to pick up a monster gain on the ground, going from the 35 all the way down to the Velva 40. Again, it hasn't looked like it's any different right now. There's no slippage. There's no nothing. It's just, again, there is that reputation, whether unearned or not. But again, the surface to me has looked fine. It's just the unfortunate timing of those two injuries kind of back-to-back with each other. Now another carry to Undum. Undum trying to go to the outside, but gets bottled up. He's going to lose about a yard on the play. So the clock continues to roll here down to 5:45. They're going to say lost a yard on that one. 2nd down and 11. Well, for Valley City, again, the offense, how you'd say, the last 3 times they've had a drive going and we're actually trying to score rather than run down clock. They've managed to crack into the Velva side of the field, so they're starting to figure out things offensively, which is good, but defensively they got to be more physical at the point of attack to take away this Velva run game. Now they fake the handoff to Undum. Krewald under pressure, throws it. It's a ball that goes backwards, and that's going to be brought in for about a 9-yard gain, yards shy of the stick. And receiver had to come back for that one. That's going to be Brady Broughton going to bring that one in for the catch. So Broughton, 5'10" linebacker, wide receiver. And getting his first real playing time of his Highliner career. So 3rd down and a couple for Valley City. As now, you gotta imagine they're gonna either take the shot down here, down the field, or they might just go to Undum, try to play this safe. And they are gonna go to Undum on the carry. Oh, but this one is knocked out of his hands, and the arm was going forward. It had to be. And they're gonna say it's Velva ball. There's no way. Krewald's arm's going forward, and it get knocked out of his hands, but they're going to say that is instead of an incomplete pass, they're going to say it's a fumble. It sure looked like to me Krewald's arm's going forward, which should be just a tip ball and an incompletion, but they're going to give it to Velva. So 36-30. As a drive ends disappointingly, as there was either they're trying to set up a screen and the rush got home, or just a missed block somewhere. So that's the first actual turnover of the day for Velva, forcing the fumble off of Krewald. So first down right at the Velva 40-yard line for the Aggies. They come out in the first time of this game in I formation. Quick swing pass to the outside. This will be a big gain. They got 9. That pass brought in by Slade Nordstrom.
Weidler's pass complete to number 9, Slade Nordstrom.
So Nordstrom brings that one in as we tick inside 4 minutes to go here.
Gain of about 9 on the
That's just a hard one to take if you're Valley City, just because you got the idea they were trying to set up a screenplay there. That's what it looked like to me. They were trying to set up low kind of screenplay to the outside, and usually you let the block go through, but just the screen slowly developed. It allowed the brush to get home, and Krewald has somebody right in his face again. It looks like to me he had that arm going forward. And if it was ruled that way, it would have been an incomplete pass, would have been 4th and 2, but instead it's a fumble. Now they try to run it up the middle. Not a lot of room to work with, but they didn't need a lot of room to pick up the first down. Well, what are they going to say? We're going to be short. Well, they got to get it right to the 50-yard line, and, well, no yards on that one. So the clock moves down to 3:10 to go as Valley City looking to bow up here on defense. We got another man down. Yes, we do. So Valley City, another injury on the play. So we'll be back here after this injury timeout on KOVC.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
Quality matters, and Valley Meat Supply delivers. Rod and Terry, along with their experienced staff, proudly offer locally sourced beef and pork. From fresh ground beef and hand-cut steaks to thick-cut pork chops, incredible bacon, and award-winning jerky and snack sticks. You'll also find the best cheese and deli meats, plus customer favorites like baked beans, seafood, and seasonings to complete any meal. Whether you're feeding the family or grabbing a snack, it all starts with quality you can trust. Come in today and taste the difference at Valley Meat Supply on West Main in Valley City.
3rd down and 1 for the Velva Aggies. That was Andrew Sikora that went down on the play, so that's a big piece for Valley City to potentially lose. Now they fake the initial keeper, but they'll hand it off to the fullback, being number 21, Raider Barstad, up ahead for the first down.
Number 21, Raider Barstad on the carry.
It's just Sikora looked like he was dealing with a little bit of an ankle injury. And you don't want to speculate about stuff like that, and I try not to. But in a game like this, Valley City, again, last time they played Velva was a competitive ball game. They just suffered that one big injury at the end. Well, now it's just seeming like a death by 1,000 paper cuts in terms of the injuries, where, your last 3 drives, offensive, defensive, no, I should say 3 out of your last 4 drives, offensive and defense, you've now lost 3 players. Now swing pass outside here for Velva, and they'll motor this one down the field for another first down. Running clock appears to be in effect as we get down to 2 minutes. Barstad going to be picking up some more yards as this one will be spotted right at the 28-yard line. Yeah, those are big pieces to lose. Andrew Sikora, one of your better safeties. You lose 2 guys on the offensive line, and I haven't seen Ronsberg come back from the tunnel yet, and I haven't seen Dietz move from his spot on the bench. Another handoff up the middle, and now Velva really starting to dominate this game physically. Lange going to get through for another first down. Minute 20 to go here. So Velva, they're trying to unofficially put this game on ice, and there's, again, offensively, you've seen some things for Valley City that you're intrigued by. polish off the rough edges and you got something, but you also are a little bit concerned about the ability to meet the physical challenge of teams that really like to be physical and run the ball. And that's not going to be an easier task when you have the injuries now Valley City has racked up here in this quarter. Handoff up the middle, and this is going to be scooting through for about a 6 to 7 yard gain, depending on where the knee went down. I'll mark them down for about a 6 yard gain. 2nd and 4 coming up as we get down to 30 seconds. There's about a 1.5 second differential between the game clock and the play clock. Velva does not have to run a play if they don't want to. So Velva does not appear to be in any hurry right now to break this huddle, and they appear they're going to start walking down the other way. It's 73 degrees here in Valley City. So you're not worrying too much about cramping, but this might just be where you save your experienced leaders from themselves and hold them out the rest of the game. So that'll bring it in to the third quarter play as Velva now holds themselves a 36-30 or 36-6 lead back here at the break on KOVC.
Rambo, a proud sponsor and fan of Viking and Highliner Athletics, has been serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota with quality logoed apparel and promotional products since 1979. With online store options built to meet the needs of your company, organization, or team, Rambo will ensure that the process of ordering is easy and accurate and that your items are received on time. When you're ready to put your logo to work, give Matt a call at 701-680-9585. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good.
Life isn't always easy, but you don't have to face it alone. At Brighter Days Therapy, compassionate professional care is here when you need it most. Whether you're working through anxiety, depression, stress, life changes, or simply looking for someone to talk to, Jillian Hazelou is here and ready to help. Every journey starts with one step, and a brighter day could be closer than you think. Contact Brighter Days Therapy today at 701-840-6206. Discover the support, guidance, and hope that you deserve.
We're back here in Valley City. It is, well, it's going to be running clock here in the fourth quarter. There's been moments for Valley City, but sadly enough, that's all it's really been, has been moments. And again, you got injuries piling up as well. You had three injuries in that third quarter, and that's just not, that's of course just not good any way you slice it. And you got 2 injuries to your offensive line, now 1 to the secondary. Weidler throws it to the end zone, and it should have been picked off, but it went right through the hands of the defensive back. I think filling in for that one, it was the Orion Malcolm. Orion Malcolm, he's got to elevate up to get there. He's 5'5", 120. Again, freshman player. You're not gonna yank the freshman player by the face mask and yell that you got to pick that off. He was in a good spot to get it. He's covering his man, and again, too tall. Just gotta want to make that play though there if you're Valley City. Already intercepted Weidler one time, and again, Malcolm in good spot. He's had a nice kick return day as well. So again, a freshman player that has shown up nicely here for Valley City. He's been making some bit of an impact. So a turnaround handoff up the middle, and they're going to knife this one through for a first down. So it'll be first down and goal right at the 5-yard line. So Logan Vincent will carry this one inside the 5, and we're down to 11 minutes to go here. So first and goal, ball at the 6-yard line as Velva looks to break into the 40-point mark here today. And now Vincent is a little hobbled going to the sideline here. I mean, that's the last thing Velva wants. In a game you're up by 30, you end up running your best player ragged for no reason. So that's probably the last we're going to see of Logan Vincent in this one. Again, you're just hoping he's okay. You don't want injuries for either side in this game, obviously. I believe that's Easton Barstad coming in. They give him the carry, and he'll scoot in untouched for a touchdown. No, excuse me, that was actually just going to be Raider Barstad. No, that's just 21 running right down the middle for a touchdown. And this is just a game where you want to get this over with as soon as possible. The clock will stop at 10:15 here for the point after attempt. Well, disappointing end here for Valley City, obviously. Don't like the scoreboard being the way it is. and there have been moments and flashes. Good news is you don't have to wait for 3 weeks to get your first score like you had to do last week. Again, the offense has shown that it can get things rolling in the right direction with a little bit more polish and experience and live bullet action, whatever you want to call it. But now the defense is not going to like watching this film because this has just been straight up getting beat at the point of contact, and that'll be a 2-point conversion into the corner of the end zone. I believe that's Ferguson bringing that one in.
2-point conversion is good, and with 10
So 44-6 lead here for Velva, as we'll take another pause here as we get set for another kickoff by the Aggies. Back here after this break.
Quality Alignment and Brake Center. They will get you down the road safely because they know tires. Hey, Jess.
Hi, we have $70 to $180 back in a rebate on select Bridgestone and Firestone tires.
And you do so much more.
We do alignment, suspension, brakes, your DOT inspections, your trucks and trailers too, all the way down to an oil change.
Thanks, Jess. Quality Alignment and Brake Center, West Main, Valley City. Give them a call at 701-845-0060.
Valley City lining up for the kickoff here, trailing 44-6 on our LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Well, the defense just doesn't have an answer for Velva. I think that's the best way to put it. Offensively, I looked at their first 2 drives, and of course they punch it in their first drive, and second drive looked like they had a good drive going until obviously the turnover. But the offense, you can walk away and be a second half offense is shown you that there's a formula to get things working. What you're concerned about is, again, the defense. And it's about again, you're going to have a lot of players subbing in and out here. Again, it's not a very big roster this year for Valley City. And, of course, you have injuries. They're going to be tested a little bit more. But good news for Valley City is Andrew Sikora is standing. And this ball is going to be muffed. In Valley City, though, they're going to be able to fumble their way forward and get it down to just shy of the 30-yard line. Ball down at the 28. But for Valley City, you got to wonder how much action you're going to give the first teamers the rest of the way. Because, again, talking to Chad Smith, he's talked about, how much he's been impressed by his, obviously the work that that Krewald has put in to kind of separate himself from kind of the 2 freshmen. But he's also talked about how impressed he is with Garrett Govan. Again, Garrett Govan, 6'2" quarterback, 160 pounds. You got to wonder if he's going to get a shot here. And it does look like Garrett Govan is coming into the game. So Garrett Govan going to come into the game at quarterback. And Krewald did not play bad. But this is about mostly preservation, especially when you've had 3 injuries. They're going to run a stretch play to the outside, and that goes nowhere. Big pop on the play for the Aggies. So Velva is going to drive Valley City backwards for a loss of about close to 7-8 yards. Lane Jorison, the one with the carry, and he got thumped on that play as we tick inside 10 minutes to go here. So second down and about 17 for Valley City. Be interesting to see if they take the training wheels off here for Govan and allow him to take a shot down the field. Again, you got a young quarterback, got to let him do quarterback things. And he's going to throw a quick pass to the outside here. That ball is going to be caught just in front of the 20-yard line, and that is again going to be Orion Malcolm. He's made a good impact here with the limited, looks he's had. He's, caught a pass. He's had a good kick return. Got a pass breakup as well. So looking at, what has gone right for Valley City, and it's been limited, but Orion Malcolm has certainly been a bright spot. So Valley City will call a timeout here, down by 38 points to get a play call in. So we'll be back here after this timeout on KOVC.
Craving something legendary? Bridges Bar and Grill is serving up the ultimate comfort food mashup all month long. Sink your teeth into a burger of the month, the Pizza Burger. Burger patty topped with melted mozzarella cheese, pepperoni, and marinara sauce. Served on a toasted bun with your choice of a classic side for $13.95. Pair it perfectly with our specialty drink, the Honey Crisp Mule. It features a refreshing, crisp autumn twist that hits the spot every single time. Cross the bridge to great taste. Come into Bridges Bar and Grill today, conveniently located on Winter Shore Show Road right next to the American. Great food, cold drinks, and good times are awaiting for you. Looking for the perfect place to stay? Discover comfort and exceptional hospitality at the Grand Stay Hotel and Suites in Valley City, North Dakota. Whether you are traveling for a business, planning a family vacation, or just passing through, we offer spacious suites, a relaxing indoor pool, and a complimentary hot breakfast to start your Hotel and Suites Valley City. Your comfort is our priority. Book your stay today at grandstayhospitality.com or call 701-490-3500.
Govin slinging it deep, has a man, and it's caught by, I believe it's Malcolm. Oh, Govin wound up and slung the pill all the way down the field. A monster gain. And that is Orion Malcolm again. Young freshman showing he needs to get some playing time. He got free and able to escape down the field. And again, you got experience in Hudson Crewall, but you got a young dog here in Govin that needs to be allowed to play when the opportunity arises, and he's made a really nice throw there down the field. 8.5 to go. Govin with first down, ball at the Velva 35-yard line, excuse me. Now that ball going to be down right at the 35, loss on the play. Lane Jorson, not much room to run on that play. Now, for Valley City, you're not pulling Crewall because he played bad, and you're not benching him. Again, I would be shocked if you saw Greta Govin at all play against Langdon unless it is firmly in mop-up duty. But, Crewall, he showed enough, again, in this game to feel comfortable that he's got a job going into next week. But Govin, again, you talk to the coaching staff, and they're very high on him, but that throw also very high and behind his receiver. Again, for Govin, you like where he's at right now as a freshman. He's 6'2", about, what's it listed as, 160. So there's plenty of growing left to do. There's plenty of arm talent there. But, again, you don't want to rush him. You rush a kid in there, and you're going to scramble the confidence a little bit. So 3rd down and 12. So Govin back there in the pistol. Gonna drop back to pass, has some time, steps up, throws it deep, and just overthrew his target. I believe that was Malcolm Orion again. Orion didn't quite get didn't quite track it the way he wanted to. That ball was thrown over, was a fade to the far sideline, and Malcolm kind of kept running it like it was going to track back in towards the field of play. If he would have turned the other shoulder, might have had a chance to get his feet inbounds. Held to square that one up a little bit better. Ryan Malcolm is, he's shown a lot in this game too. And again, with injuries, he might find himself playing a little bit more. So 4th down and long for Valley City. Fake a handoff here for Govin. Govin under pressure, rolling, still rolling, throws. And this one's going to be short and going to be incomplete. Well, good job there by Govin to buy some time, but left the pass well short. He loves to target Malcolm, but at times just didn't quite get it to the end zone. Malcolm was double covered on the play. So that'll be a turnover on down. 6:12 left to go here in the ball game. As Malcolm going to jog off the field here. I also might be lining up at corner. He is going to jog off the field. Jogging onto the field here, I believe you see Kalen Hansen coming in. So for Valley City, again, the only man sitting down right now is deservedly so, Cale Van Hale Dietz. After coming up injured in that 3rd quarter. He has not moved from his spot on the bench. Don't think we've seen Amari Ronsberg come back out as well. You heard him yell to the crowd that he had his shoulder pop out of socket. Run play up the middle here for the Aggies, and that'll be ripped down from behind. Depending on where they say the knee went down, it'll either be just short of the first down or it'll be right at the first down marker, and they're going to say it's right at the first down marker. So the Aggies going to improve to 1-0 on the year. Valley City's schedule, of course, is not get any easier as they have to head to Langdon to face the defending state champions. Velva, they'll get a couple home games in a row as they take on Harvey, Wells County, and Stanley. So first down and 10 here for Velva. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. It's going to be Grant Laggy in the game at quarterback. Now he's going to try to scamper free, and he gets tackled immediately for about a 4-yard loss.
Number 14, Grant Lange on the carry.
Clock will tick down here to 5:20 to go. I mean, the takeaway for Valley City in this one is, well, it's just the takeaway here for Valley City is very much so. You found something that can work on offense. You found a system, a scheme, a formula, whatever you want to call it, that can work on offense to get you down the field. It's about, polishing up the mistakes. And there have been a lot of penalties on this game as well for Valley City. So those have been kind of the good things for Valley City. But honestly, they've been getting beat at the point of attack by a very physical Velva team. Now that looked to be a false start, and yep, that is the false start. We kind of seen it a couple times here with a little creep, somebody moving forward before the ball gets snapped. And it honestly happened for Valley City once, it happened for Velva once. And that one was like, okay, guys. It's like, eventually you got to call it, and they do. So that'll move them back to a 2nd down and 17. But for Valley City, it's just, again, your toughest games are going to be your first 2 games. And that's not calling the region they're in a cakewalk, because it's just not, all right? Lisbon's a miserable team to have to go play whenever you play them. They're just going to physically challenge you a lot like Velva does. You can almost call them a Velva light. Hillsborough's always got big dudes to throw around. Ellendale, Edgeley-Combs got speed. Northern Cass has good athletes as well. And a sack up the middle. Oh, he came through untouched.
Number 14, Grant Lange is blocked.
And he was thumped on the play by Bradley Smith. So Bradley Smith, 5'8" junior offensive defensive lineman, just streaked through the defense and pile drived his man into the ground. So a 3rd down and about a Lever's Food parking lot coming up here for the Aggies. So we're at 3:35 to go here in a game that both teams, well, they know what the outcome's going to be. They're just hoping that they don't lose anybody else. And, we got timeout. Yeah, when you're up by nearly 40 points, you can't afford to go backwards 5 yards on a delay game penalty. So that's a timeout expended right there. We got ourselves another hiatus. We'll be back here after this break on KOVC.
Hi, I'm Rod Skitland, a proud Valley City State University alumnus and successful business owner. VCSU gave me so much more than an education. It gave me a family. The connections I made, the opportunities I had, and the support from this amazing community shaped who I am today. And that family, it's still going strong. I encourage you to join in, get involved, be part of something truly special. Let's help VCSU continue creating life-changing experiences for future Vikings and keep this incredible legacy alive.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 4 great reasons are Dr. Bone, Dr. Freilich, Dr. Jango, and now introducing Dr. Jordan Thomas, 4 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and more. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
44-6, Velva leads on our LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard as we're into the late stages of this 4th quarter. Backups in for both sides. Laggy's going to hand this one out the middle, and the man gets destroyed on the play. Well, someone came out like a missile. Bradley Smith bringing the thunder. I mean, he's popping right now. He didn't get a lot of playing time early on. He's again coming in for an injured defensive teammates and Van Hale Dietz and Ronsberg, and he's just thumped the last 2 plays. So this will be 4th and forever, and we're going to see a goodness to honest punt here from Velva. As Velva right now is huddling around right now, going like, what do we do for a punt? We haven't been required to punt all game. Now this is this is the thing you get a little annoyed at, is that they're going to run the clock all the way down. This makes sense if it's close. When it's not close and it's running clock, we're going to run the play clock all the way down to 0 to call a timeout, so we have to burn another minute, So we have to wait even longer to punt this ball in a nearly 40-point game with 2:50 to go. Again, I get working on the clock management, man, but maybe not when it's a 38-point game, and we've already seen a couple players go down with injuries. Maybe try to get this game over with as soon as you can rather than trying to extend it as long as possible. We'll keep it right here. Valley City going to drop to 0-1 on the year. Again, their next game is going to come against the Langdon area Edmore Munich Cardinals, team I'm very familiar with. I worked up in Grafton for a couple of years, and I can tell you right now that is a hell of a football program with a hell of a coaching staff. That is. I mean, you look, I talk a lot about the Romfo family, big athletic family in the Langdon area. And there's always seemingly one-star Romfo on every single team. I don't know if they have that this year, but I remember watching Simon and Grant Romfo over at Langdon, and UND Fighting Hawk fans might be familiar with those two. Those two were just fantastic players. This is going to be booted all the way down the field, and Orion going to come back and get that. He's going to pick it up just at 25 and go down. So he just takes a knee at the 25 again. Knowing what the result of this game is and not wanting to risk anything extra, he's just going to go down right there, and you expect Valley City just try to keep this on the ground for as long as possible. So 44-6, as we saw Govan come into the game and take some shots down the field. Now I think we might be seeing the third-string quarterback come into the game here. I believe I just saw Lincoln Berg. Yep, Lincoln Berg going to be taking snaps here. So all three quarterbacks today for Valley City going to get some game time here. Govan completed a great pass down the field. Krewald was solid enough, and now you get Berg an opportunity to come into the game. Oh, good run play here for Valley City. This could be a big run play. Up the middle they go, and they'll be tackled just past their own 45-yard line. Lane Jorison finally gets a hole to work with here as the 5'8", 145-pound junior able to knife his way through for a big game. So the Highliners with a first down as the ball gets spotted at their own 46-yard line. Maury Ronsberg emerged from the tunnel momentarily, and he does have his arm in a sling. Unfortunate sight to see for Valley City. Again, depending on the cartilage and the ligaments and all of that, that determines the significance or severity, I should say, of the injury. Another handoff up the middle here. Another good run for Jorison. And Valley City going to get a decent push forward here, and they'll shove him forward and make it a 7-yard gain. So you never want to see injuries in the first game. You never want to see injuries, period. But, I mean, Van Hal Dietz, he hasn't moved from that spot on the bench. And Ronsberg's walking around with an arm in a sling. So you're going to be down probably half your defensive line and probably 2/5 of your offensive line going in to face one of the top teams in the state in Langdon. Not necessarily what you want to be doing, but you got to cowboy up sometimes. 2nd down and 2 for Valley City. Another handoff here, I believe, to Jorison again, and Jorison looks like he'll get no gain on the play. So those runs will take the game down to 1:10 to go here in the fourth quarter. Well, you got one. If you're in a running clock scenario here, might as well let the kid throw it deep one time. And Greta Govan, raw talent, 6'2", good arm on him. They had a deep pass down the field, and I really liked, again, what I've seen from Orion Malcolm. He's somebody that I'm going to be interested to see as this season goes on if he finds his way into the lineup a little bit more. So 40 seconds left to go here for Valley City. This will be probably their last mandated play they have to run. Lincoln Berg back here in the pistol. He will throw a quick pass a little high, but that'll be caught outside to Orion Malcolm. Malcolm will fight forward for the first down. I mean, he's getting open. That's the thing. He's getting open. He's getting down the field. He's fighting for yards. You like what you're seeing out the kid. So the big takeaway here for Valley City is that they found a way to get the offense moving at times. Each of their three quarterbacks had their moments, but now it's all about regrouping and recovering, and Cal Van Hal Dietz is going to walk down the middle of the line here, being assisted by both teammates. And That's not the greatest sign in the world, as he's having to be helped. Unfortunate injuries there for Valley City. Andrew Sikora looks to be fine, but in a game like this, you don't want to put him back into play to risk anything. And Amari Ronsberg, depending on how bad the shoulder popped out there, is going to determine how long he's out. But for Valley City, you ran into a buzzsaw. Velva looks like the team that everyone expected them to be. They look like another state tournament contending type of team. Valley City, they got a lot of work ahead of them to do. But again, there were bright spots in this game. I really liked what I saw from Orion Malcolm, the freshman corner wide receiver. Pass breakup, a handful of catches, caught a deep pass down the field, good kick return sprinkled in there as well. So you like what you see out of the kid. Hopefully get him a little more playing time as the season goes on. A reminder, we'll be talking with head coach Chad Smith next week as well, giving you a recap of this game and a preview of next week's game against Langdon. I want to thank you all for tuning in today. Again, thank you to all of our great sponsors that make this possible. Rambo bringing the halftime show, LaRue Lockout with the scoreboard, Lever's Food with the opening drive sweepstakes, Sanford Alta Valley City with the pregame show, Professional Eye Care Center. We also have Grotberg Electric, CHI Mercy Health, Valley Meat Supply, Brighter Day Therapy, Quality Alignment and Break Center, Bridges Bar and Grill, Grand Stay Hotel, and the VCSU Foundation and Alumni Group. So again, thank you all for tuning in today. Wrong side of the scoreboard for Valley City, 44-6. They move to 0-1. Velva moves to 1-0. Again, next week's game, same time, same place, 7 o'clock here on KOVC. Let's get you back to some of the great music here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC.